Two Dads, One Dut,
Yes.
the Hot Takes Podcast, episode 89. Are you afraid of the dark?
Always have been, always will be.
Woo!
Yeah.
Got a good show. We're excited for it. Little guest here. He'll
Yeah.
introduce himself in a second.
Yes.
For those of you that listen, he's been referenced quite a few times. So as a fan out there, you got to finally see name with the face with the name, however they say it.
Oh, thank you.
Again, just the normal guest episode. We're going to do a couple questions here to figure out. You guys get to know who he is or she, whatever his pronouns are. We don't know yet.
Exactly.
We don't
Yeah.
know.
We'll ask. Maybe that's one of the three questions.
We'll find out today.
Little interview. And then again, it's draft season. Only 2 weeks left. Good one here. It's fears, people. It's fears.
Let's talk about them. Fears.
But before we talk about them,
Ooh, quicksand. The replacements.
not that one.
What'd you talk about, Shane? Quicksand.
It's a good one.
That's one of the best speeches ever. You get one of those crawling up your arm or something, man? Fuck. Yeah. And sorry. I love the replacements.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Episode 89, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Brought to you by First Shield Defense. First Shield Defense is a proud supporter of 2D1D, and they want to give its listeners the opportunity to train at an awesome discount. Message FSD on Facebook, Instagram, or their website and mention that you're a 2D1D offspringer. You will get 50% off your first 2 months of a membership. It's almost a $200 value. They will help develop a self-defense strategy that is natural to you. Reach out to First Shield Defense today, firstshieldefense.com. Shout them out.
When you go in there, tell them you are an offspringer and you listen to us either on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google, Amazon, or you're watching us so you can see our beautiful faces on the boob tubes. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, skirt, drop of the beat.
Drop sign beat off. I bet it sounds even better than that guy. My ears are bleeding.
Oh, that's in there, baby.
Yeah.
That's great all the way up.
Okay. Yeah. But then it comes through normal like on the thing, which is great.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I just do it.
Hell yeah, brothers. Go ahead, Dad.
We are back. Two Dads, One Dut, the Hot Takes Podcast. As always, I am your one Dut, Justin Dutteroy.
I am Travis. Trevor Dad. All hail Trevor.
Trevor Dad.
Trevor loves women. Travis hates them. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We'll figure it out.
You should just go by Trevor. Trevor's on the come up, man.
He is. Trevor Lawrence, Trevor Jenkins, who knows?
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I'm the real dad.
Yeah. Oh,
No
sorry.
Trevor. Just Skirt Dad. Brandon Brenner.
Who's next to you?
Who's right next to you?
Ooh.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to be the one fish. I think I've been referred to that for like the last 15 years. So just fish. But if you don't know me, it's Mike Fisher.
What does BDF stand for?
I don't know. I think that's
Don't steal my
something that
question,
maybe-
dude.
I think that's something you guys started there. So I don't
That's
know.
all right. Okay.
I'm not going to speak to that. I don't think.
Okay. So in true fashion of a guest, we're going to play the 3-question game. You can answer all three or deny one of them. Choice is yours alone. And then we're going to interview you. Didn't really come prepared, so these are going to be just off the cuff, off the rip.
That's the way we
Yeah,
like
you just
it.
stole my question, dude.
Shoot from the hip, did I?
I was going to make him answer it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I do have a question.
So do I.
For those of you that are unbeknownst to our guest here, Michael Fisher, he served proudly in the Navy. So, TYFYS. Thank you for your service.
Congratulations, Seaman.
So thank you. That being said, first question is, what is the most comical or like interesting thing to you that is like portrayed from like the Navy and just like U.S. like government aspect, but in the Navy you're like, yeah, it ain't fucking like that at all. Like there's just nothing like the movies, nothing like anything like.
So just in general, like
Oh,
when
eat that mic.
when
Put your mouth
So
there.
in general, like when you're listening to a commercial or something like that, and they refer to something that this is like military grade this or that. Let me tell you, the shit they gave us was hot garbage. Okay, no bullshit. So
Love
like,
it.
for example, like there was this training that we did. I was a part of this thing. It was called CSE, so it was a convoy security element, right?
Okay.
So for 6 months, this is all you do. You train, like you live in this like tank, and you got your weapons and shit. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
expeditionary warfare type stuff. It was really cool.
Sounds awesome.
But the shit they gave us, it's like, so if we were in a real situation, I even asked this to the instructor. I'm like, so if
Yeah.
we were in a real situation, we're getting like good shit, right? No, this is it. Like, so the night vision goggles you're giving me, I have zero depth perception.
Toys R Us.
Hell
I
yeah.
can't do anything with this shit. This
Sir,
is
these
real.
are-
They're like,
these are day
yeah,
vision.
This is it.
Yeah.
So that's probably the one, like, that's one of the things that off the top of my head that I can think of. You see things on commercial or whatever, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, military grade, this or that. I'm like, listen, we got some hot garbage in there too. So don't think this is like top of the line shit.
So it's like
$3 trillion well spent. Thank
Exactly.
you, U.S.
Like,
government.
horrible.
Yeah, so it's being portrayed like you're getting top of the line, grade A shit, and it's like you're getting just grade F meat, so to speak. Like,
pretty much. And then, I mean, obviously, like, there's always that thing where they're like, oh, free healthcare and stuff like that. Listen, it is what you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Okay. It's free healthcare for a reason. All right. Like, when I got my wisdom teeth pulled in Guam, she literally, they put a towel over my face. I thought I was going to get waterboarded. But they're like, they're trying to do it to like help calm me or whatever.
Yeah.
And this doc or whatever, she was a dentist, but she was technically a lieutenant in the Navy.
A doctor.
And she literally, so I had my root in this one, and my left bottom molar was growing the other way. And she didn't know it. So in order to yank it out, she literally put her shoulder or her knee on my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
To get left, like, you don't do that shit to regular people, you know what I mean? But
I mean,
but
but
it's
it's all about
you're going to deal with it.
But that's angle and pressure, you know.
So stuff
but
like
you're
that.
tough.
Military
You're in the
grade, military grade, medical care, all that shit.
Yeah.
It's not really what you think. It's
Military
definitely
grade
worse
dentist.
military grade dentist. I like that.
Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Pretty
All right.
much.
But do you think the stuff that you did and the stuff like Green Berets get and like Navy SEAls, like there's a
100%.
difference?
Yes, 100%. That's definitely different.
Okay.
That's definitely different. They get taken care of.
Because it's
we're
like
bottom of the barrel.
you're getting
You're
like
WNBA.
Oh.
Or NBA.
100%.
recycled goods, if you will.
Yeah, 100%. They definitely they get top of the line shit, and
Right.
they keep it. We have to turn that shit.
Oh,
Oh.
I have another question. So first time ever, a part 2. Just
Nope.
one. It's quick.
Nope.
Do they? Oh, well, just one. Do they? Do they make blanks for guns?
Yeah, 100%. We have to use them every year on our training
You
exercise.
have to train, dude.
Oh,
What do you
What do you
Dude, what do
mean?
you
Do
think
they
we
make
don't-
blanks?
shooting each other?
We don't use paintball guns. No, literally. So when we go out, when we go out to the field, we're there for usually 20 to 30 days at a time.
yeah.
Yeah, we use blanks. It's real guns, but we shoot
But blanks don't actually shoot bullets. They make they appear like you're shooting, but they don't shoot. So how do you know if you're hitting anything? There's no bullets.
Ask the man. Why are you looking at me,
Yeah.
dude?
So,
Right?
I mean, it's basically a simulation. I mean, when you got people with machine guns away from you, the evaluators are like, yeah, you're fucking dead. You know what I mean? In a situation like this, you're probably fucked. And
I
it's
feel like
less-
you got to like learn like the recoil of
Yeah,
the gun.
like
Yeah.
and
marksmanship,
It's-
you're not going to
it's
fire
more-
blanks
it's
and
more
tests,
of-
but it's
Yeah.
like,
It's more of what they want to see is they want to see you get your adrenaline up, and then they want to see you react. And
Yeah.
at least try to react.
Creatures
and
with
do the
habit
right
figure out
shit.
what you're gonna do.
Yeah, if you're just
Okay.
gonna stand there and fight or flight kicks in, and you're just standing still, like, okay, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least do what they want you to do.
You ever just get a round of blanks and you're just like, ha, 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 ha.
I mean, sometimes when
Probably every New
at the
Year's.
end of the exercise, you got to get rid of them or whatever. But
Yeah, get rid of them.
the people that have done
Couple
it for a
shoot 'em
while,
desk pops.
death pops.
you don't want to, like, the older guys, the veterans or whatever, they like let the new kids kind of shoot them all, because at the end of the day, you still got to go clean that gun, and it's just a pain in the ass. So
Oh,
they're
is
like,
it?
they're like, yeah, you go ahead, shoot it off, it'll be great.
Go ahead, buddy.
I don't
You
wanna-
got
it
it.
up
I
later.
don't want to clean this fucking.
Fire blanks. Wow.
Like, I don't want to clean this thing.
Well, I'm
sure.
just saying. I think shooting a round of blanks would be tight.
It's not. Trust me.
We'll go shooting sometime, Trav. It'll be a good
Can't
time.
wait. Okay, that was my question.
Vasectomy jokes.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Skur? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Mine's pretty simple and straightforward. Do you wish your wife had a different name?
No. 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 Now,
And I hate women.
What's her name?
I'm saying from the pronunciation standpoint, because
Okay.
isn't it pretty specific how she likes it, right?
okay.
KT.
That's
so
all
her
for the
name-
people that don't. Yes.
All right, so birth certificate.
Elaborate.
Legal name is Caitlin Tracy Malloy. She goes by KT.
Yeah.
I am pretty much the only person that calls her Katie, and she hates it.
That's what I mean.
Because they
Like,
listen,
yes.
people listen to me call her Katie, and they think that that's okay. She
Yeah.
hates it. She just goes by KT. Just
Yeah.
the two letters, KT.
Yeah.
That's it. So, I mean, I'm used to it. I'm married to her.
There's like
So,
the pan
It has to be a hard rule to abide by. I feel like I would
No.
run it together
So,
all the time.
you get used to it. I mean, I'm in there.
you definitely you overthink it in the beginning, but then you realize how easy it is to rattle off KT, and you feel like you're just saying Katie. But
So
like,
then,
you know
do you
you're
not
saying,
do it because it's like a husband thing and you can get away with it, or do you legitimately just forget to say KT?
Oh, I definitely don't forget. It's definitely I get away with it. It's
Yeah.
definitely I get away with it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
she hasn't divorced me yet or left me or anything. So I think
Congrats,
we're
hats
just,
off.
We're just at that point. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. At first, I thought that was something that was unique about her that I think kind of drew me to her. Obviously, like part
Right.
of that attraction thing. Where I'm
Sure.
like, okay, this
Yeah.
is different.
Nice.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
100%.
So it was kind of one of those things where I was like, all right, I
Yeah.
mean, I can do it. But now I'm just Katie. And if I'm like pissed or we're in a serious conversation, it's Caitlin.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever referred to her as.
Love a
KT.
good full name. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Travis
that's a good
Carl.
question that I completely was not ready for, to be honest with you. So
Yeah, I can tell.
Nice.
I think
Nice.
Skur, he
Was
had
not
that like
ready for
ready to fire like the second I told him, because again, for me it's in passing, it's just like the norm, and he's like, what? What did you just say?
Because you're always like, no, like you have to call her KT. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
Katie,
Yeah.
KT.
Sure.
What am I saying? Pan. What are we doing right now?
What's the movie's name? Not doing that.
Yes.
Well, you are though. Like technically, yeah. But okay.
So like when you
Christine
introduce
F.
her,
Get
yes,
my wife's name right.
like when you introduce her or like she does it, like does she like make it known that like I don't like
Yeah.
being called Katie
So, no,
or
she doesn't make it known that she doesn't like it. Most of the time, people will say, "Is it Katie or KT?" And she'll tell them KT.
Yeah.
And then by then, it's just like, okay. I mean, she doesn't really say like, "I don't like being called anything else."
right?
But 9 times out of 10, people kind of do a double take and they're like, "Katie or KT?" And she's
Well,
like, "KT." Like, okay.
And I
that's it.
feel like she's really chill and on the level where it's like she will just give it to you straight. Like, and it'll be in the most like,
she's a straight shooter. She's
yeah, like it's not
straightforward.
going to be weird or awkward, but she's gonna be like KT, like,
Yeah.
come on,
She's
let's go.
pretty forward.
Yeah.
She'll be like,
Gate.
figure it out.
Yeah, but it's just, and it's in a fun way too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dute.
Absolutely.
Well, now that we know what, or we don't know what BDF is, and what's your question?
What does BDF stand for?
All right, so
So the
this is
people know.
something. This is something that I found out that I was being referred to as.
Oh,
I
go
think
talk
last-
real good into the
I
mic.
think,
for
Oh,
this was,
yeah.
I think this was
Good.
last year. I was at B-Dubs with both of you,
Yeah.
and I had no idea that I was at any point being referred to as Big Dick Fish, which is BDF. I have no idea
Dut loves
where
it.
that came from.
Loves
Dut does love it. I can tell.
Fucking
No,
funny.
no idea where that came from or
Yeah.
who
That's
started
just
it.
a
Whether
sick
it was
nickname
either of
to
you.
not know that you're being called that behind your back.
No.
You're just like, yeah.
No,
That's one of those you let ride.
Never.
Oh,
So
big dick fish, huh? Weird.
Oh, I
absolutely
hate
never,
it.
no.
Quit saying it.
It's basically just been fish for my entire life, and then
Yeah.
out of left field last year we're at B-Dubs, and
Big
yeah,
dick
big
fish.
dick fish. Okay, I'm like,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Oh,
That's
dude,
the-
no, it came from
What?
Rich. The Rich said it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because like somebody basically, it was like American Pie, where like Finch gets a bunch of girls to tell him that he has a big dick, and like it just spreads somehow, and like you never told anybody or nothing ever happened for it, but like somehow,
It got out. Word got out.
yeah, somebody made up, and it
Prom
was,
was coming up.
it was so weird. But no, I just had it and I lost it. I'm so pissed. I
Yeah,
want
it
to.
came out of left
I
field.
don't know.
No, big dick fish, BDF.
I love that you said it though. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here in the hot seat, so
Yeah.
I've got to play the game with.
But yeah,
you
that's
fuckers,
okay.
so.
That's good. Okay, interview time. I'm trying to think. So, what was the scariest thing about enlisting in the Navy?
At the time, I want to say like,
When did you enlist?
so
Oh, there you go.
I graduated college 2014,
Congrats.
and then thank you, and then for 6 months I just kind of worked, and then January 2015. Yeah, January 15th, 2015, I left for boot camp.
Nice.
So at the time, so I had my degree in criminal justice. I'd done a couple ride-alongs with like Fort Wayne PD, and I knew that at the time they get like 1,000 applicants or something.
Yeah.
Right. So you really need your foot in the door. I mean, how
Yeah.
many people have a criminal justice degree? Fucking everybody.
Right.
So I'm like, this is stupid.
really?
I need to get my foot more in the door. Right.
Yeah.
So basically, I was like, fuck it, I'll join the Navy.
Yeah.
Tried to join as an officer. They told me that my GPA wasn't high enough, which makes complete sense. I mean, it took me 5 years to graduate for a reason, right? We did
Yeah.
a lot of partying and shit. So
Fifth year red shirt.
not surprised at all.
Yeah, it's fine.
Takes a lot of people.
But
Yeah.
basically, I joined.
They're
and
called
it was-
doctors.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of one of those things where I'm
Criminal
like,
doctors.
my plan was to just kind of better my resume, and then if
Yeah.
I liked it, I'd stay in. If I didn't like it, fuck it, I'll get out. Right.
Yeah.
But at the time, I think the FOMO part was like the worst part because
Okay.
that was a time in my life where my friends were first pretty much on every level. We did
Right.
a lot of partying.
Yeah.
Like Byron had that house on Bear Street.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Life was
Oh, we
good.
had
we were
27 coming home parties for you.
oh dude, yeah,
Yeah.
no, and I loved everyone.
Welcome back.
But and,
Welcome back.
and I say this a lot, like boot camp wasn't like a physically hard type of deal. It was more of like just a mental thing. You don't have your phone, you don't have anything. You're just communicating by letter.
Yeah.
So I think like the FOMO part of just missing out on the
Yep.
fun and people and shit like that.
They don't
then-
understand FOMO.
And then even when I was in, like,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Who?
You guys.
Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah. It's bad.
For me, it's a bad thing. I hate.
Might be
missing
on my
out
list.
shit.
Jeez.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, go ahead.
What's your biggest
But-
fear? Missing out.
Well, and I mean, not even that. Like missing out on real shit. So like when my niece was born, we were on like a training thing. I didn't even meet my niece, who's now like 6 years old. I didn't meet her till she was like 4 months old.
Yeah.
That kind of shit sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when we were on deployment in Guam, my best friend, he didn't meet his
She
own
didn't
son
care.
until he was like 3 months old.
Yeah.
I want to be there when my fucking kid's born, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of shit is probably the worst part, in my opinion.
Because you're like heavily
Gotcha.
ingrained in family too. So it's like one of those where when you just get completely separated from it, like friends and family, it's just like you just feel like every weekend it's the classic. You go away on like a trip or something, and somehow everybody plans the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
And you miss it every time.
Mhm.
And you're just like, God damn it.
Yeah. For me, 100%, that was the worst part.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
So was it always the Navy, or was it like, you know what?
No.
the-
I was kind of down for all 4 of them. So with the Air Force, so at the time I was still in college and I was kind of trying to get ahead of it. At the time I was like prescribed Adderall or whatever. So I'm talking to the recruiter.
Got any more?
No, not anymore. So I talked to the recruiter for the Air Force and I was like, he asked me if I was on any medications or something. And I was like, well, I used to take Adderall like last semester. I don't anymore. He's like, well, you're wasting your time. You can't be on it at all for like the first 3 years. And your GPA probably isn't high enough. So just click. And I was like, okay, well, that guy's an asshole. I'm not going to the Air Force.
bet.
Chair Force, baby. that's
So
what they call
Top
it.
Gun out of the question.
Standards.
Yeah.
I
Top
like
Gun's
it.
Navy, dude.
No, Top Gun is Air Force.
No.
No, their
Navy?
plans are on.
The plans?
Their
The planes are on the water.
literally on
Yeah,
aircraft.
that's fine. They still
You
need
join the
pilots
Navy.
to fly them.
The Navy.
The Navy is
The
boat
Navy.
people.
No.
Mike, tell him.
You know what's funny? The Army has more boats than the Navy.
That's weird.
The Navy has more ships.
That's
Boom.
a Snapple fact.
Boom.
Did you know?
Stuff like
How
that.
many times
No.
have you watched Top Gun, dude?
Dude,
Do you not read
a
the
lot.
beginning?
Naval-
Do you not read the
naval-
beginning?
Naval pilots, dude. They're it's a
Naval
thing.
officer, admiral.
It's a thing.
I miss that every time.
Come
That's like the
on.
minor details. You don't see it. I watched Top Gun Maverick twice this week. It's so good. It's so good.
Did you retain any of it?
No.
dude. He's just in the air. He's in
The
the Air
only-
Force. He's
only-
a force in the air.
The only thing I ever
He's in the Air
retain
Force.
is just the best thing where he's like, Maverick, we don't go below the flight deck. It's a 5,000 altitude. It's a standard. It doesn't move. What's this? Permission to lower the hard deck, sir. You're good with timing. Yeah. And sorry. Yeah.
No,
So
you're
you were a fighter pilot.
No, not at all. So the
No.
Air Force said no.
You just said that wasn't the one.
Navy, yes, but you have to be.
That's not what he. Yes, you,
Just so
just
you
because
know,
you're in
there
the
are-
Navy doesn't mean you're a fighter
There
pilot.
are
Yeah.
pilots in both the Air Force and the Navy, just so you know.
See, thank you.
Okay.
Assholes.
But you
Top
didn't
Gun
think
is
there
Navy.
was.
But Top Gun is Navy.
well, he
Gun
could
is
just be
Navy.
a gun. He doesn't have to be Top Gun.
He's got 2 guns.
Yeah, they don't give him the best stuff anyways. You already told us.
The good part about that is the recruiters, they'll always tell you, like, oh, yeah, you could be a pilot. You could do all this shit. And they know you ain't going to be
Yeah.
a fucking pilot.
They're like, buddy, I see your GPA.
Dude,
You're gonna be a
yeah,
pilot."
they know you're not going to be. But that's their part of trying to sell it to you. Oh, yeah, dude, you could be special forces and SEALs and
So
pilots
then-
and all the shit. And you're just eating it up because you're an idiot at the time. And then you get in and it's just like, oh, that
Well,
fucker lied to me good.
That made me think then how many kids go in there and they're like, Officer, I play a ton of Call of Duty. I swear to God, I'm a really good shot. I would do that.
I mean, so listen.
You've said it.
You've
I
said
know.
You
a
thought you would
lot.
be
I
a
am
good
a good
shot.
shot. I promise you. That add it to the list. 100 chicken nuggets, 24 pancakes, 50 things of bacon, and I bet I'm a good shot.
What constitutes a good shot?
Hitting a mark.
You just get one chance.
Bobley swagger.
You going bullseye?
I got a target
You going
about
bullseye
7
or
clicks.
what?
I mean, I could shoot it.
Like if it's a dartboard, where do you think you're hitting?
Put me a can of fucking chunky chicken noodles like 100 yards away. I
Yeah,
smoke
fucking
No
right.
way.
Yeah,
a
fucking
big
right.
one. Like
I'll give you
Oh,
a damn
it's
gas can from 100 yards. You're not hitting it.
that would be tighter to shoot.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
Fish tell him he's not doing it.
A football field away.
How many
no-
times? How many
A
times? have you
football
in
field?
real
Now
life?
Shot a
In
gun?
real life, how many times have you shot a gun?
3.5, 4.
What kind of
What's the half?
what kind of gun was it?
Because like
His fucking peckard.
shooting fucking hot ropes. Those aren't accurate. No, we shot once with a bunch of handguns. It was a story I told like a couple episodes ago where
Yeah.
like Ben's just cocking this bitch into the ground, and I'm like, buddy, it's just breathe, iron sighted up, and
So have you ever shot like a rifle before?
yeah, I'm
Like
pretty
an
sure.
M4 or anything?
I'm
like
pretty
that?
sure.
Pretty sure.
Well,
There's
through a
very-
scope?
This is
Yeah.
a very defining yes or no question.
Again, you guys can hate all you want.
No, no, I'm
Some
not
people
hating.
just have God-given talent.
He's just asking,
I'm
and
just-
you don't
he's
know
just
for sure
asking.
if you
I'm just-
fired.
I'm just trying to get a grip on what you, if you've actually shot like
80-20, I'm a good shot.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
80% I'm good, 20% I'm bad.
I give up.
Yeah. So, thank you. Next question.
Well,
Yeah.
so back to
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Talking
sorry.
to Air Force, they said no.
Yeah.
I had a long conversation with the Army. He
Yeah.
damn near got me. I had family that was in the Navy, and then ultimately I ended up going Navy. I
Yeah.
think I had some family that was in there. I talked to the
Legacy.
recruiter.
Love
It
it.
sounded better.
Yeah.
Your quality of life, I think, is much better
Yeah.
in the Navy than the Marines or the Army, obviously.
What was the funnest thing you got to do where you're like, no matter what, I'll look back on this and be like, fuck yeah, I was in the Navy and I got to do this.
That training I was telling you about with the convoy security element. I mean,
Really?
that 6 months was my favorite 6 months in the Navy as far as job and training goes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on a machine gun, like you're shooting a 50 cal and shit like that.
It's like
And
jarhead type
I
stuff.
mean, so in Mississippi, where we were doing this training, they have this this city. It's actually where the state police SWAT team trains for Mississippi.
yeah.
I think there's like 37 buildings It's basically a mock downtown,
Like city.
pretty much, and they're all different. One's a hotel.
Oh, and you gotta do
they're all
like
empty.
different things.
And basically, they'll drop you in the middle of it, and we did this for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And you'll have your instructors are actually like the bad guys, and sometimes they'll lock themselves in places and they'll watch you, and you kind of just have to do like
Missions.
kind of, yeah. It'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, our truck just broke down because you're in convoys, right? But it's
Yeah.
like, what if all your trucks break down and you can't get out?
Yeah.
Well, okay, we got to find this building in here. We got to lock down, call
Yep.
in air support, and get the hell out of there.
Yep.
What's going to happen on the in between time?
Yeah.
And some of it is even like you might be over there in the Middle East or something, and you see somebody carrying a gun.
Yeah.
That doesn't make them a threat. They just carry guns over there.
Yep.
So, like for instance, we were doing this one exercise where we're trying to get to this building, and this is so we have our real rifles, and then the rounds in there, you put like it's almost like a paint round, but it's got a steel tip on the end. It
Oh, so you
fucking
feel
hurts.
it.
It
Yeah.
fucking
Fucking
hurts.
feel it.
Yeah.
But it paints you, and so you know you got hit type of shit.
Yep.
And there's always somebody that's watching, even if you get hit in the arm, they're like, okay, you got shot in the arm. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got to quit fucking around, get your tourniquet out, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah. But you're doing this all in high stress. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're trying to get to this one, and we've got this fucking nerd with us. And
Love
one
it.
of the instructors is on the roof, and he's got a gun.
Team lead.
Yep.
And he's not looking, he's not doing
Meat
anything.
shield.
He's just watching us.
Yeah.
And he obviously has the high ground. So most of us that see him, we're like, okay, just keep your eye on him. You know what I mean? Well, this fucking dude in the back just starts getting wild and starts shooting at him. I'm like, okay, you're a
shit.
jackass.
Just
So-
goes rogue.
So now we're in this position of this dude is literally on top of us. We're in a fucking alley. We have no cover at all. And he
Yeah.
just starts mowing us down.
Your training officer's like, this is easy. Fish in a barrel,
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly
Get
what it
it?
was. And
Yeah.
that's just one of those.
Fish in a barrel. That plays so well there. Shit.
Oh,
Damn it. That's a good Navy joke.
It's nothing to do with the Navy. It's on him.
I wasn't ready for
Yeah,
that. So,
clip it.
So to answer your question, that was probably the funnest
Oh,
training that I
shit.
did. There was like a little 6-month stint out of the 6.5 years. That was probably the funnest shit that I did when I was in there.
Hell
That I
yeah.
remember the most.
Did you
Yeah.
have to like have to like be on the carrier for long periods of time? Like were you that part of
I
the
never
Navy?
stepped foot on a ship one time.
Okay.
6.5 years, never stepped foot on a ship. So
Nice.
basically, I was with the Seabees, so we do construction.
Okay.
And then part of that, why they do the convoy security element. So basically, back in the day when Saddam blew up, like all the bridges from Baghdad to Kuwait, right? The Seabees go back in, we repair those bridges. So the
Okay.
Seabees were created in World War II,
Just noble shit.
repairing airfields and building bridges. That's
Yeah.
what we're kind of known for, right?
Okay.
Gotcha.
So that was the kind of shit we did. So they just fly us to deployments. I did 3 of those. They fly us there, fly us back. That's it. No
I
shit.
just keep picturing that scene from Men in Black where they do that initial training and Will Smith just shoots that little girl.
yeah.
It's like, why did you do that?
Well, she's like, he's not snarling. He's sneezing. And the boy over here is just trying to work out. Way too
Government's got a
advanced.
gun. It's fine.
Yeah. She's got books, quantum physics books, way too advanced for
What's
her.
she what them books for?
Yeah,
She
I
up
don't
to
know.
something.
She's up to something. Yeah. Okay, no. So then I have 2 more questions, if that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
First one: was there ever a moment, or moments maybe, where you were like, "I am on the precipice of just absolutely fucking losing it," like keeping it together? Like there was just a string of just nonsense or like stuff that happened in the Navy where you're like, if I don't somehow find a way out, like I'm gonna fucking lose my
Well,
mind.
I mean, ultimately, I got out for a reason, right? I got out because it's.
But you served the whole time though, so it's like that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, and I actually got extended twice. The first one was not really my fault. They just, what people need to understand is when you go in, the government owns you. So whether you like it
Yeah.
or not, you're fucking in it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all about how your attitude with it and shit.
Yep.
I could pout about it and be pissed about it, but you're going to be there tomorrow any fucking way.
Yeah.
Right.
So you might as well just make the best of it and get
Yep.
through it. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Even if you're pissed about your situation and you want to get out,
Yeah.
just keep your fucking head down until your time's up and then get out.
Yeah.
Just try to be all you can be.
Give it your all. Give it your fucking all, man. So then last one. Was there ever actually a moment where you guys felt like you were in some type of threat or danger?
I don't know.
I mean, I
listen,
covered up a
so
grenade
listen,
once,
no.
I
So
threw it back.
so
the pin
listen,
was still in
when
it.
I explained to you my deployments,
Yeah.
Spain, Guam, and Bahrain, right?
Yeah.
So the first 2 were fucking vacations.
Okay.
He got his teeth pulled.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh,
Guam.
wow.
So in Bahrain, even there wasn't really a sense of like actual like, oh fuck, take cover, we're in danger. Sure, like at that point the Iranian general was talking shit about the Strait of Hormuz, and that's where we were over.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, okay, this could get hairy. In Guam, remember when Kim Jong-un was like, I have this fucking rocket that
Yep,
I'm
that can go,
I'm
yeah.
gonna throw at Guam.
Yep.
We were there at that time. It was fucking lunchtime for us. We're just eating lunch in the galley.
Buzzer goes
and
off.
We have Fox News and CNN up, and both of them are talking about this, and we kind of
Alert.
look around like, oh, We're here.
That's where I am.
Within 2 days, there was like some star general like asking all the hospitals like, can you guys actually take a mass cas if this happens? And then what?
No.
Right.
Next
So I
question.
mean, so that was
What's
kind of
for lunch?
weird because I mean the whole time we're in the
No.
water
Meme of the
snorkeling.
Joker or the nursing suit.
It's just a 9-to-5 job. We're just working, drinking, partying. You know what I mean? And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you get that, and you're like, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Like you just like went there for like 9 to 5, and then like
Kind of. I mean,
You
so
have a lot of
deployment
downtime.
hours are a lot longer. Basically, on deployment, you try to save up all your shows because you can fucking binge them because there's nothing going on. But I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, especially Guam, like we'd have duty every once in a while where you wouldn't be able to go out. But I mean, dude, we drank and partied pretty fucking hard. That's all you do. I mean,
Hell
you're
yeah.
not spending money on anything. I doubled up on all my bills. I paid off my car, I think, just because you're not literally you're in the barracks. They're feeding you. You're not spending money on anything. So we would just go out and drink. I
Okay,
mean,
so then last thing, because I feel like I remember you you talk about it like when we would catch up or you would come home and stuff. There's probably a way, or some people that take a horrid path to where, like you said, you can use this as almost like the perfect opportunity for the government to like pay off everything for you. So when you're out, it's like I have the most clean slate, like credits fucking pristine, ready to roll. Can it go completely opposite where people can just absolutely fuck themselves with like loans and saying you're in the Navy or you're in the Army?
Okay, so listen, there's idiots everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, and let's be honest, if you're
Chill.
joining, so there's
L.
those people that are actually smart enough to be an officer and they're really doing it because they actually want to serve their country. But
Yeah.
let's be honest, a lot of people
Yeah.
join the military because they have no other option because they're stupid and that's just what it is.
Want to get married, get all the
So,
benefits of that.
For example, where I lived in Gulfport,
KT, shout it out.
so I got lucky with her. She definitely
Yeah.
takes care of me in that aspect. But so like in Gulfport, it's a military town. Car salesman.
Yeah.
They know our deployment cycles.
Yeah.
They know these kids have never been away from home before. They're 18. Sure, come get this brand new 2020 Impala, 19%, not a big deal. You can do it. And the thing is, they know that we can pay it. They know they get a government check every 2 weeks, and they know where to go if they don't pay it. They go to the command, they get in trouble, boom. So yeah, these kids make idiot fucking moves
Yeah.
financially.
Because
they
you're
don't
just
know any better.
Yeah.
you're seeing
they've
amounts
never
of
been
money
a-
you've never seen.
They've never been away from home,
Yeah.
and you know it. You get on deployment, and it's like this dude doesn't even know how to do his own laundry.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This dude doesn't know anything.
Guys
about
just
anything.
walking around with fucking
guys just trying to get a charger, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
I went in at 24. You know what I mean? I was probably on the upper tier in boot camp. There were like 96 of us. I was probably on the upper tier of age.
Yeah.
Most of them are 17, 18, 19.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
just getting their first, taste of freedom, and they're
Yeah.
just like, this is the greatest thing of
Yeah.
all time.
Some people
Yeah.
just kind of already have some life experience. So.
Yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's Fisher.
Well, hold on. I need to know what happened to.
You're the only one that asked a question this whole fucking time, too.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad. Well, you guys do it. I got to pee.
No, I just want to know what happened to Dickbag that ruined your training. Started taking out a sniper for no reason.
I mean, it was just one of those learning experiences where our instructor just stood there and was like, "You see what happened there? That was fucking stupid. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He wasn't fucking with you. You should have just let him go." And it's just kind of one of those things where the light bulb went off in his head. But we're all pissed at him because it's like, dude, I just got hit with
You're
1,000
just getting stung.
I got
Yeah.
hit with 1,000 of these little fucking steel rounds. You know what I mean?
right. So does it ever get like intense in like those
Oh,
training
yeah.
situations
Oh,
where it's like,
absolutely, dude.
what are you doing?
Did you just take him in the back and put fucking bars of soap and
Yeah,
socks
we
and beat
bitched
his
at him.
ass?
We bitched at him.
Oranges.
You know what I mean? And some of those, I mean, we lost kind of a few people. Like one guy at the live range, I mean, he accidentally shot himself in the leg. The bullet like went through his calf.
Oh,
and He was
really?
our best shooter.
Blacks.
I know it's funny. It's funny. I know, but it's just
He's
one
the only
of
one who
those-
shot somebody for real.
It's one of those high stress things. So we were literally like in the woods pretty much, and they have these little like little houses set up, I guess, or just these little tin houses with a bunch of bunk beds in them.
Okay.
But they would get us up, and we would do this wild PT. That was the first time I ever ran 6 miles in boots. Was for that training. So
Running
So they
sucks.
got us up at like 4 a.m. We went and did this like 2.5 hour PT. It's July in Mississippi. It was like 105 out. So we're all tired, and when you're going through this move and shoot range, because you go through the live range with
Yeah.
real bullets, not blanks.
Love it.
And
No, you don't.
Make it rain.
his M4 kept stopping up on him. So they teach you as soon as that happens, you take out your pistol and you go. Well, he was on one knee and he was just moving too fast. He went to go put his pistol in, and his finger was still on the trigger well. And when he put it into his holster, finger hit trigger.
He was on his knee
Boom.
and just
Boom,
shot through.
right through his calf. And you hear the instructor behind him, because I was the next one up, so I'm watching the whole thing. You hear the instructor behind him. He goes, "Did you just?" And he didn't even finish the sentence. He was like, "Yup, I just did
Yup.
that. I just did that."
Owie.
So I mean, you know,
Yeah.
shit like
Nice.
that. Cool
Okay.
stuff. Cool stuff.
Yeah,
Do you get discharged for that, or does he just have to like go to
No,
like
so-
medic and then come back?
So
and then...
normally you'd get in trouble for a negligent discharge. He actually won that case because you're supposed to have 8 hours of downtime before you operate a live weapon. When they found out how early we were getting up for PT when we went to bed, how much
Damn.
his downtime was, that actually saved him.
The
Their best
Jags
marksman
came
shot
in.
himself.
Do what?
The best marksman shot himself.
He's
he
that
really
good.
was a hell
He's
of a
that
shot.
good,
He was a
baby.
hell of a
That
shot.
good.
Dude.
Yeah.
He was a hell of a
I've
shot,
shot
but
everything
just,
else. Shot myself. Man, that's marksmanship.
Did you look at it and was like, oh, you missed every major artery? This guy's trying to get out.
we saw him afterwards. He's still in the Navy, I think. Yeah, I mean, he's a first class. He's still in.
Shout out to
He
him.
was, I mean, yeah, good dude. It just
He gets it.
He gets it.
It's crazy.
What's the worst that happened? I get shot? Yeah, I already did that.
Not
Yeah.
a big deal.
Say less.
Re-up me.
Do you miss it at all?
There are some things I miss about it. I think the camaraderie part of it's pretty dope. I mean, the people.
Are you still friends with
Absolutely.
anybody you were?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you guys do like the brothers tat or whatever it is you guys do?
Band of Brothers.
Don't have a tattoo.
HBO. You should watch it
I'm
sometime.
probably one of the few people in the Navy that got out of the Navy and never got a tattoo. So, but no, I mean, yeah, they're all good guys. I'm very happy I'm out, but where I am today is because of that. The
Yeah.
resume that I was able to put together because of the Navy
Oh yeah.
has me where I am today. So I'm very thankful for it, but I'm also very
Nice.
happy I'm out. I can grow out my hair. I can put my hands in my pockets. I don't have to answer to anybody.
I'm pumped for
It's
you,
really
man. I'm
nice.
losing my hair. You're gaining your hair. It's just
I
good
love it.
stuff.
You can't put your
Some good
hands in
stuff.
your pockets?
No, it's not good military bearing. They yell at you.
Wow.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
dude.
dumb shit like that.
Ew.
Like, I'm really happy that I'm not doing
Why?
So
did
you
they
would've-
say?
so-
Did they say why?
it. It's just a military bearing thing.
Well, isn't it one of those weird things like if somebody is like your superior officer, you can't salute them, they have to salute you, or some like weird order it has to be?
So
you have
I
to
mean,
salute them, and they salute you. Then you put your hand
then you
down.
put your hand down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're an officer and I'm walking by you and I salute you, and you just to be a dickhead decide not to salute to me, I have to wait until you're far enough away from me to put my hand down.
Love it.
Dumb shit.
It's just
like
big
that.
dick
And
energy.
it's like one of those
everywhere.
weird things too, like where
BDF.
like civilians
BDF,
technically
baby.
aren't supposed to like salute
Absolutely
military.
not. Yeah. No.
That's not a thing?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay. That's Fisher.
That's fish, babe.
That's fish.
Michael
Thanks, guys.
Fisher. MF.
BDF.
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 As
Okay.
the locals call him.
Kill the segment.
I can vouch.
Shop talk. I'm so pumped, dude. This is gonna be great. So this first one, I don't know what it is. It's not anything.
All right.
I
Never
almost,
is.
I think I texted you. I almost stole my neighbor's cat.
Yeah.
So I came home last night. We went to 4Ds for what will be a Christmas tradition, or was one, and I finally got to be a part of it, which was cool.
So
Love to be
sad.
a
It was
part
the
of one
first year
someday.
we did it.
Yeah. Local bar still open. Bless this lady's heart. She was working her ass off. Only one there, but had a great time. Got it undercover, like pretty drunk. And I come home and I'm like, obviously I'm going to come home, play a little Gapex, go to bed. And I get in my hallway and I'm like, I'm fucked up, but that's a cat. And I'm like, this is like the commons area. And of course it's just the classic. It's just sitting there. And I'm like, I'm about drunk enough to where I'm going to bring you home. And it got real close to my door, and I was just like, is this that weird thing where I just like take your pet? Like,
Did you?
No. But
Oh.
I was
You
close.
just left it out in the cold, dude?
No, like in our hallway up here.
Yeah, it's still cold.
It's well insulated in here. It was fine.
We'll get to my worst when we get there. But yeah, I was just like, man, I about
Which
to.
neighbor? This neighbor right here?
Yeah, I was like, I think it's theirs. I don't know. Because again, I was like, maybe the cat just fucking snuck in here or something. I don't know.
I mean, I guess because like upstairs neighbors, you still got to open that door to get
Yeah.
to like your level.
Yeah, and so I was
That's
just
crazy.
like, I didn't know if it was like an omen or like a sign to
Was
get.
it a black cat?
It was like leopardy.
Oh.
Yeah, but again, I love animals, so I was just like, this is pulling at my strings right now.
So spotted.
Yes.
There you go.
Have you talked to your neighbor today to see if they got their cat?
Fun story. I haven't talked to them once.
Ever.
So no.
Nice.
It's a weird thing with this building. There's 4 total tenants, myself included. I never see hardly any of them. Well, never see any of them in passing ever.
I walked by one person one time coming in here.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Like you think it'd be like this high traffic.
Oh.
it's
but
a
yeah, like-
very narrow hallway. Let me just. suck it
yeah.
in.
it's weird, but
He was like, "Do you fucking live here?" I'm like, "Do you fucking live here, dude?"
yeah. No. So that happened. But shop talk. So
You stole a cat. Or was
Almost.
No,
going
he
to.
didn't.
Almost, dude.
stole a cat.
no. So I love this. Do you guys know what the stupid term Riz? You know how everybody keeps saying Riz?
No,
No.
You don't?
Like
I'm
Anthony
not
Rizzo,
a
when he
fucking
hits a home run, it's on me.
14-year-old, dude.
Love that. No, so like, yeah, it's like TikTok. It's the new like Gen Z or Gen L, whatever the fuck that younger generation is. So
Riz is an L.
it is. I agree.
It's an L.
So it's
That's
like
an L.
if you went up and like sweet talked a chick at the bar or something, you'd be like, "Damn, dude, that was some good Riz." So Dave Portnoy,
I hate this.
That's
I know.
stupid.
Yeah, exactly. I hate it too. And so he's on his show because he does like he's like the old guy, and then he has like the younger people with
Oh,
him.
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, so Riz, you guys want to know about it? And they're like, yeah, Dave, it just means like you're cool, like you got some swagger, like you know how to talk to the ladies. And he goes, no, it's short for charisma. He's like, you need to understand that as a human being. It's a fucking word in the dictionary, not this bullshit you guys are pulling out of it, just saying Riz.
Thanks, Portnoy.
Yeah, because they were like,
He gets it.
oh,
does.
because again, he was like, I know how to define charisma because it's a word. And they're like, yeah, but it's Riz though, Dave. And he's like, no, it's not. This is dumb. You guys fucking suck. And I was just like, that's one for us.
Well, we were talking last week, and we were talking about like Twitch and streaming and stuff, and you
Yeah.
said you want a free sub. And for the first like 45 seconds of this conversation, I legitimately thought he won a sandwich,
Sub sandwich.
and he
baby.
was
Hell yeah.
excited for it. And I'm like, "Are you talking about a subscription?"
Subscription, baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh,
I love them.
I hate this."
No, so then next one, shop talk. Do you guys ever have to sniz?
Sneeze.
Sniz. So it's the sneeze piss?
No,
No, happened twice to me this week. So it's weird.
Sneeze, piss.
So you're pissing, and then you do like one of those, and this fucking your hose is just. I mean,
Yeah.
it goes everywhere.
You pee a
I know
little.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it's nuts.
You pee a
So
little or you peed a lot?
I pee a
He's
lot.
already peeing.
Yeah, I pee for like
and then he
45
sneezes,
seconds
so
to
he
a
pees
minute.
on the wall.
Yeah, and
don't
I
you
just
try
pees
to
on
like
the wall.
preemptively stop it?
never.
Sure.
you-
You know who peed on all over the bathroom? Oh, Snizzeroni over
But I
here.
don't. I haven't snizzed in like God fucking forever. And 2 in 1 week, like I was just like it was insane.
No, but if you know the sneeze is coming, to kind of
You can't stop.
Well,
Because
because I think it's like the can you sneeze with your eyes open? It's like
No.
you can't sneeze and
No.
stop peeing at the same. Like you can't. Like you can think you can, but you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
well, you can stop peeing at any time. So if you
Yeah.
know the sneeze is coming, why would you not just try to cut the hose off for a second, sneeze, and try to limit the
I
damage?
feel like if I
No.
like I stopped and then I sneezed, it would shoot out.
Yeah. Little
Like I'd
T-
rather just keep the stream going than try and block it.
yeah,
and
but if
build
you
up
have a
the
hand
heat.
on the hose,
No,
once it
then-
starts coming,
pinching it off.
Yeah, I
like
was
that.
gonna
I'm
say,
not gripping her.
when Mini T starts going, like he's the rider or he controls the ride. Like I'm just at his mercy until he's done.
I feel like
Little T.
I feel like sometimes you pee without a hand on the stick. You're just driving free bird.
You can do that when you have like a morning wood boner that's kind of deflated.
No, that's the worst time to do it.
So it's like it's out, but it's down.
You're just chubbed up.
Yeah, and it just it starts to pee and it does like a. but
Then
it-
you got to do the bend over thing.
Yeah.
Put the hand on the wall and kind
Yeah,
of.
and you're like, yeah, it's fine. So you guys don't sniz.
No.
I can honestly say I don't think I ever have.
It's
I
crazy.
think I have.
Yeah,
I think
'cause
I have.
it's just nuts. You think like you're fine, and your body just loses it, and like you're just
Yeah.
yeah. It's
No, no, it is weird that for like the longest time, I would say probably up until I was mid-20s.
You sat down and peed.
No, I still do that now.
Fucking weirdo, dude.
Relaxing. Anyways,
Dude, you can sniz all day.
I would sneeze
That'd be a snart.
pretty like violently, and it would get to the point like where there's got to be like some sort of like vein or something like literally almost in like your taint, like under your testicles, and it would like almost
I missed a key part of that story because
One
where
man
did that
sneezes so hard his taint.
yeah.
lights
So like
up.
when I would sneeze, like
taint lights up?
no, it would
taint
like
locks
literally
up.
pinch up. And for the longest time, I thought something was wrong. I was like, at some point, I'm going to have to get checked out for this because this can't be good.
Herpes.
And then it just stopped. I'm like, all right, good.
you
So-
probably broke up the blockage.
Yeah, maybe
dude.
something was
You
clogged and
sneezed
got
so
it
hard
out.
and got it out.
You had to pee so hard your
Not pee, sneeze. Every time I would sneeze so
and
hard.
your taint does like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Good.
It's like
Oh, yeah, that's fine. dude.
that's 50-50 on the sneeze. You know, suddenly you're like, oh, taint. Yeah, no. The next one, you'll love it because you were there for it. So for Dutton Fisher,
BDF.
Shop Talk, BDF. This story has kind of 2 parts to it,
Okay.
and it might be one of the most outlandishly like funny things I've heard in a long time in terms of like work and just where your mindset is with things.
I doubt it.
So
I'll let you finish.
yeah, thank you. That's what she said. We work again, tight knit family, work family for better or worse. Like I said before, it's like every now and then you just got to fight with each other. Like it's like anything. And I would say me and this kid, like I love everybody there at the end of the day. Don't get me wrong. We have
Not true.
Well, we have our ups and downs. This would be like a budding like brother where it's like I'm the older brother, you're the younger brother. I just want to beat your ass sometimes. We have a kid who is just always late. But you get a grace period of 5 to 10 minutes, like a lot of places do, because it's like
Yeah.
life happens. He just does it to do it, and does it every single day.
I love it. Power move.
We've
He's like, if you're going to give it to him, I'm going to take it.
yeah, and so we've brought it up to where it's like not only do you show up late, man, like we get it, you have this window, but you kind of take your sweet ass time to actually start working too, which is another whole can of worms because there's a lot of us there. And I think sometimes we lose sight of like, there's enough of us to cover what's going on, but everybody pulls back at the same time sometimes. So he'll kind of, mosey on out when he wants to. And we brought it to, our boss's attention because we're like, hey, like this is just one of those, like, it's pretty black and white with work. You start at this time, be here at this time to work. Like, that's just, I didn't think it had to be any clearer than that. So he shows up the one day and one of our other coworkers like makes a joke, like in a funny way where she's like, oh, hey, like, you eating already? Like, all right, taking a quick break.
Yeah, he's been at work for maybe 40 minutes.
He's eating, and he goes, well, I have to eat breakfast here now because I couldn't eat breakfast this morning because I had to be on time to work.
That's not how this works.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Literally verbatim, he's like, I can't eat breakfast now because apparently I have to be on time to work.
And here's the best part. He works at 11 a.m. or later most times. Like, the earliest tip-off for this kid is 10:45.
How old is he?
24?
Okay, by then you should have adulting somewhat figured out.
You would think.
Yeah.
It gets better. So there's, again, like I said, a part 2 to this.
Did he go to the bathroom and sit backwards and eat his breakfast on the back of the
I
toilet?
was
Should
thinking
have.
the same
He
thing.
should have. Nobody gave him shit about it.
Table for one. Take your dump, eat your breakfast. It works. No, so the next kind of round of questions happen because, again, it's like, hey, like, you want to figure out what's going on. Maybe it is something where he needs to talk about it or whatever. Skur obviously has kids. Bunch of people we work with have kids, families, everything. He goes, well, I mean, I don't have kids. Like, it's hard for me to like get, around in the mornings and like, how am I supposed to get here on time? Like, I have stuff to do. And I'm like, do you understand the argument you're making right now? Because it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he was referencing like he gets to do what he wants, so like he's staying out late, and it's not always easy for him to get up and move around by the time he has to be at work.
Self-inflicted wounds. Guy shot himself in the leg. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I was like, you're getting no sympathy from anyone around here, bud.
I don't have kids. I don't have to be up at 7.
Yeah.
And then I got the rest of the morning.
Yeah.
I don't got that luxury.
It was like to first have the couldn't eat fucking breakfast because I had to be at work on time. And then just 30 minutes later, well, yeah, you guys have it easy. You have kids. You have this whole other life to worry about. So like it's easy for you to get to work
And they
at
still make it
8:30.
on time, and they still ate breakfast.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah, and it's just like,
It's like I ate breakfast. My kids ate breakfast.
So my thing is
We all
like
got to
you have
school
like
on
the
time.
9-minute grace period. Like, so you're telling me you just smoke your breakfast in the 9 minutes, and if it's not for that, you can't do it?
yeah, like it's
What's he picking up? What did he eat? What was he eating?
a big, like, he's going through a phase right now. I say a phase, like, where it's a lot of like health food and like chicken and rice and bullshit like that.
Yeah, like he like measures his food, like he has a scale at work.
Yeah.
Is
So
he, is he
Alright.
jacked?
no. I
Was
mean,
he trying to get jacked?
I would say he's in shape.
I think he's trying to. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's a big fitness person.
Yeah. But again, it's
When does he
one
work out? He don't work out in the mornings?
I don't know.
All right.
But again, it's
Which one is he? Gluten free or
non-GMO, all the
One of-
above.
one of the
Yeah.
ones.
Something can't have dairy in it, but like Wendy's is fine.
every now and then?
Yeah, it's
You
okay.
love it.
But yeah, it's just one of those where
Baconator, baby.
I think we really are getting into that weird time with like, you just think some things are pretty straightforward, and it's like, hey, when you go to work and it says you start at this time, here's a weird thought: just be there.
Everything's up for interpretation now.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's like, oh, I think I'm gonna like.
If you don't spell it out for me, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Well, because I saw the video.
Balance.
I forget if I sent it to you guys. It's the like it says Gen Zers when they get a job, and it's like, hey, so seriously, like on God, I woke up today and like the vibes were just off. So I think I'm gonna take a nap. But like I'll come in for the second half of my shift. Like there's no way I can handle this first 4 hours. I'm gonna take some time for me. And they're like, huh? Like you're on the schedule for 8 hours. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I like seriously, like the stars didn't align for me this morning. Moon's in retrograde. I just got to sit this one out, sweetie. And they're like, yeah, no, it's just tough.
It was like that meme of that guy that was like crying because he had to work the 8-hour shift.
Starbucks guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
They have me on the schedule for 8 hours, and I don't even get a break. Just like, you're a fucking pussy,
I
dude.
mean, honestly, you should get a break.
100%.
Duh. I'm sure he did get
Put the
one.
little kiosk sign down, be back in 10 or whatever it is.
Fucking Christ, man.
Everybody abides by it.
People-
They're not happy when they see the sign,
Yeah.
but they get it.
People fucking blow, dude. I hate it. That's yeah, that's all I got for Shop Talk. You guys
All
got
right.
anything? You got anything?
No.
No? Okay, Fisher has a game.
Well,
yeah, so
yeah.
let's
So all right. So like being in the Midwest, you guys are we're probably all going to agree on this, okay? Game
Yeah.
called This or That.
Yes.
Okay.
But being in the Navy and you kind of meet people from all walks of life,
Yeah.
people say some shit and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
All
Really,
right,
it's-
okay.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
really, it's something I know. I just say it differently or something, right?
Soda.
Yeah.
Pop.
So
Into the mic.
shit
Into
like
the
that-
mic.
Shit like
There
that.
we go.
Soda
Yeah.
and pop. Like, what's the difference, right?
Yeah.
So shit
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah.
this or that. So the first thing we're gonna do.
One's right, one's wrong.
So, Travis,
Yes.
if you were in your kitchen
Mhm.
and you wanted to make some eggs on your stove, what would you use?
Why do I feel like this is a trick question?
What's it called?
My stove. No,
No.
my pan, my eggs,
So just pan.
pan.
That's it.
I'd use my,
You don't call it a skillet or a frying pan
I don't know,
or a
like
pot.
egg holder.
Egg holder.
No, I call it a pan.
I'm not asking you anymore.
Yeah, pan of eggs.
Dutton Scurv, where we at?
Yeah.
I would just call it a pan.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
pan.
call it like a frying pan or a skillet.
Yeah, because if somebody was like, hey, like if I was over somewhere and I was like wanting to do a good deed and cook, I'd be like, yeah, where are your pans at?
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
When Christmas mom came over and she brought some like sausage and she wanted to just reheat it. And she was like, do you have a pan? And I literally specifically was like, well, what do you need? And she said a frying pan.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
guess that makes sense.
I also pretty much just call it a pan, but
Yeah.
like meeting my buddy from Georgia and stuff, he says some shit. He rattles some shit off the wall, and I'm like, what? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
It
just,
could be way off, but I feel like skillet is a southern.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And on top of that, with Southern, so
Throw it on the skillet.
for the meals, right? So you have
Yeah.
breakfast, you have lunch, and then you have what?
Dinner or supper.
What do you call
I
it?
say dinner.
Dinner.
Oh,
Everybody in the fucking state of Indiana, I feel like, says dinner, but I swear to God, when I got to Mississippi, it was supper.
and I don't know if that's an old generation thing. 'cause-
My grandma said supper.
Yeah, my
Really?
mom. She's
Maybe
like,
it's a generational. Type
yeah,
of
like
trend,
do
maybe?
you want to? What time are you gonna be home for supper? I think it's a great word. Don't get me wrong. It's super with another P. So there's that.
What do you want more of?
Yeah.
Super
Super
supper,
dinner,
after
yeah.
pee?
Travis loves pee.
Yeah,
Right.
push and pee, super supper. But I'm saying like supper just sounds more like supper.
Folksy, folksy.
Supper's what my mom's gonna make.
I want to be
me.
a part of supper. Dinner, I could just take or
Dinner.
leave it.
Yeah, dinner's
Yeah.
what like I go pick up at McDonald's.
So
like
kid
I'm gonna
from,
grab some
kid
dinner.
from Georgia, same guy. It's I think I heard him refer to lunch as dinner one time, and dinner as supper.
Oh, yeah.
And it totally fucked me up. I was like, wait a minute, breakfast,
That would
And
put
he
me
goes,
in a
Breakfast,
blender.
dinner, supper.
dinner, supper, and
First
I'm like,
lunch.
what planet are you on?
Second.
But
Yeah.
I mean, in some other,
He's
obviously,
got
in
onesies,
some other
twosies,
corners of the world, it's
afternoonies.
obviously-
Yeah. That okay? Yeah, that's a
yeah.
that would fuck me up.
And hopefully we get some input from the offspringers on this because I'm sure I'm missing a few. So
Yeah.
if you've got like, let's say a stream of water going through your backyard, right?
Yeah,
What do you call that?
sprinkler,
No.
Creek.
a crick. No,
Boom. That was the two that I wrote down. Is it a creek or a crick?
I call it a creek.
I would-
Creek.
I say I feel like creek, but like I say crick just out of just funniness.
just to be a
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah,
As I've never
Your
heard
guy says
anybody-
Washington. I wash my clothes.
George Washington.
Dude, that's on the list. So
Yeah.
wash or wash. If you say wash, I'm throwing you out the fucking window.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
wash.
Mom
don't do
does
that
that
shit.
all day. She gets this weird
Wash?
twang all of a sudden. She's
Where's
like,
she from?
Trav, you want to wash these? I don't
New
know,
Haven.
mother.
There ain't
I
no,
say New Haven.
there's no R
Ohio?
there at all.
Yeah.
Hoagland.
No
Left her
R
heart in
there at
Ohio.
all.
Also, her spelling capabilities and pronunciations. Yeah, because like, how do you just throw in a random R?
It-
I'm gonna wash these.
Wash.
I'm gonna WARRSHHER these.
Nailed it.
Yeah, it's wash.
It's
Yeah,
wash
all
all
day.
day.
Yeah, washer and dryer.
almost on that same level. What do you pour into your cereal?
Milk.
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 Oh, milk.
see, hell no.
Oh, people
and
say
you'd be surprised how many people down south you'll
Yeah.
listen to it and you're like, did you just say milk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
milk.
It's milk.
Milk.
No, it's not.
It's milk.
Right.
MIL.
I think I think I hear milk around here frequently as well.
Milk.
Yeah.
You think
Milk,
so?
Milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like milk
Milk.
is a Midwesterny potential.
Pay
Yeah.
attention. Pay attention to it more because it's something. The first time I heard it, I
Ugh,
was
it's
like,
just-
what
The
is
boy needs some
that?
milk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need some milk. Yeah. Oh God. Now I say. Oh fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it
You're all
anymore.
fucked up now.
It's
Milk.
Like cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Roads.
Yeah. Rowads. Yeah.
What do you lay your head down at night on your bed?
Oh, a pillow.
Pillow. You laying on your pillow?
I
Pillow.
laid on a pillow. Yeah, I laid on
Pillow.
my pillows. I got 4 of them on the bed. Jenny loves them.
Oh hell
Yeah.
no.
Pillow.
So
No.
that's what I was saying. All of us being from Indiana, I feel like we're pretty much on the same level. But I swear to
Yeah.
God, dude, when you go to other places, it's like,
That's what makes it fun though.
what
'cause-
is that?
dude?
It's like a cultural difference.
It's
type
the
of deal.
most like hipster thing I'll ever say, where it's like go experience and travel. But like it's really cool when you go other places and you realize America kind of has some of the shittiest shit. Like
Yeah.
in hindsight, when like
Yeah.
you go visit places and the way they do things are just way different, but like for the better, and you didn't realize it could be something else. Because yeah, it's cool.
It
It's
is.
cool.
Yeah,
It is.
It's
So
nice.
The last one I wrote down,
yeah.
the bugs, their ass lights up. What is it?
Latin and buds. bugs.
Firefly.
Lightning bugs.
I say lightning bug.
Yeah, lightning bug.
I think this is the one thing that is 50-50 with most people I know, whether it's a firefly or a lightning bug.
Firefly's that song. 10 million fireflies.
That is the song.
Yeah, but lightning bugs are what you catch all day in a jar. That's just
Firefly's
facts.
a coffee shop.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
yeah. So that's yeah. I've catch lightning bugs my whole life.
Yeah,
I've
always
never
said
seen a
lightning bug.
firefly.
I think I've always said lightning bug.
Yeah, never seen one.
I agree.
Yeah,
So
because fireflies would be on fire. That's
Well,
just
And butterflies are made out of butter, dude. I get it.
see, and that's dude. What could you imagine? Be nuts.
You couldn't catch it.
Miracle Whip.
So when I was still down in Texas, like earlier last week, and Travis, we were talking, and it was like, yeah, okay, we'll be on the pod. There were, I think it was like that same day, I heard 3 or 4 different words where it was like that, this or that thing, and I was like, I want to bring
This
it to
is pretty good.
So
Yeah.
I need to get your take on it.
Yeah.
We'll have the offspring covers
Yeah.
and shit, because it was like,
Dude, it's
I guess that there was just, I never really realized it until all of a sudden out of left field, it was like in the same day, people just started
Well-
rattling shit off, and I was like,
It's like
what
the
is
first
that?
time you notice it, and then you notice it again, and then you're like, have I
'Cause-
just not been
yeah.
noticing this all the time?
Now
well.
you're paying
Then
attention
I
to
feel
it.
like the best one to land on or to land the plane with is just grilled cheese or cheese toasty.
That's
grilled
grilled
cheese.
cheese.
It's cheese toasty.
It's grilled cheese.
And sometimes
It's a
it's
grilled
really
cheese.
not grilled, it's grilled cheese.
Grilled.
You don't
chee-
even got to throw the ED in there because you say it so fast. Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
No,
It
it's
will never
cheese-
be a cheese toasty.
cheese toasty all day, brother.
You
there's
just
just-
want attention.
There's no way.
A cheese toasty is just like a blue collar, like you worked for it, you know?
If you do a separate poll on the,
But
on
you're
the
gonna
IG
take the
about
grilled
this,
out
it's
of
gonna
it?
lose.
Yeah.
I will do one because I think
Cheese toasty is very blue collar.
Instead of grilled like a man in the barbecue,
Right.
you're
you
just
can do
doing
that
it.
with anything. Cheese toasties are awesome.
Grilled cheeses are so grilled.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just doing a voice.
Yeah, but you're saying toasty. Ooh, cheese toasty.
I don't know.
It's a grilled cheese.
Yeah, it's a
All
cheese
day. All
toasty,
day.
brother. Yeah, I don't. Okay.
Chicky nuggies.
Chicky nuggy.
I can eat
I need
100
my
of them.
nug-
Yeah.
yeah, fucking right.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, so then, worse than the best, Wabs.
Webs.
Wabs it up.
Okay, my worst. I'm gonna keep it light. There's one here that could be serious, but Fisher's here. You know, let's not bring down the vibes too much. It's my apartment. One could argue it's a sign that I was fortunate enough to find a house because in the winter when it is the dead cold peak of like late December through like almost end of January, my thermostat right now is set to 69. It was on average pushing 55 all weekend. And
That's chilly, baby.
yeah, it was one of those like when you're next to my windows, don't get me wrong, the temperature drops. You can feel it, and I get it. Big windows, tall ceilings, what the fuck ever. My mom apparently says if you turn your fans on backwards, the heat lowers down or something.
Yeah, they have a winter setting on your fans.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but it's one of those things where I don't care who you are, and like your building just should not let that much heat out. Like that seems like it's a problem. Like I've been honestly trying to think of like, do I have a reasonable case here to make of like there should be some form of a credit on my rent?
You shouldn't. Well, your power bill and shit. Your
Yeah.
gas bill or power
Yeah.
bill, electric, whatever it is. That's pretty fucking outrageous because that's not your fault. That's kind of your landlord's job to make sure that you're.
Well, that to say too, like again, apartment, you think like one of the amenities is you don't have to pay for things like that. They come in and they fix it and do maintenance. Hey, my garbage is or my dishwasher doesn't work. Maintenance guy comes out. Yeah, your trap's messed up or like full or broken or something. You just got to fix it.
No.
No, you do.
And I was like,
maintenance guy.
I go, sick. I have the same assessment. Now you do it. I'm not a dishwasher guy. You're supposed to be the jack of all trades here, brother. Your job is literally to come into this building and fix broken shit. Feels kind of broken because when I go to wash the dishes, they aren't washed.
You're a dick.
Yeah, they're still dirty. So yeah, it's been a tough road, but I think what I'm gonna do is take the high road. I always do. And I'm not gonna say anything because I want to leave here, and I know that there's gonna probably have to be hell to pay for like whatever damages they'll find. And I'm hoping because I've had a clean track record for like the last 4 or 5 years, they'll just be like, "You're fine, man. Just get out of here."
No, that's the thing.
What?
They're absolutely going to ding you if you have damage.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, "Oh, you've been a good tenant. This is on us." No.
Pretty good.
At a minimum,
No,
they're,
bud,
they're
you gotta
keeping the
patch
they're
up
keeping
all
the
of these
deposit
holes.
Yeah.
At a minimum, they're keeping the
Yeah.
deposit.
You got to
100%.
patch up all these
And
holes.
you have 300,000 things on your walls. There's holes there. They're gonna get you.
You got to
They won't
repatch
see
those.
those. Those are minor. Yeah,
That's exactly what they'll see.
tiny holes. Tiny.
But
holes.
you're also doing zero parts to alleviate it because you
I know.
don't want to look poor.
The
You
plastic.
got to put plastic on the windows, dude. You live downtown. These are historic buildings. You got to put plastic on the windows.
They're historically cold.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to have upgraded windows. Like it's coded in the fucking Fort Wayne bylaws. If you live downtown and you have a historic house, like you have to have wood framed houses. Like you can't put new windows in. And if you do, then you have to install new wood frame windows.
Well, then, do I have a case here because they installed new windows?
Yes, I said from the start that you should be bitching to your landlord.
Yeah. But how long have you lived here?
6 years.
Yeah, you know it gets cold. Put fucking plastic up.
I
You
just
can't
put-
complain about it now after 6 years.
Well, I know. I just put I usually just stack up my old pants in front of them, and that helps.
You could easily like hang a blanket over it. That would help a lot.
Yeah, but
See?
those just feel like dirt houses. You know what I mean? Like you walk in and it's
Do
just
you
like,
open your windows anyway in this time of year?
no.
Well, what the fuck's the point?
Oh,
Checkmate.
And it's on the inside.
we're
You're not
thinking-
looking at it from the outside. Keep your blinds closed.
I mean,
dude.
I'm
People
with
don't
you.
give
Your
a shit.
landlord is fucking you. I'm with you on that. However,
Yeah.
comma, like Dutch said,
yeah.
you
Do
kinda
something.
have the power to.
Well, because you're allowed to put your electric, because my heat's electric, which I've talked to a bunch of people, and they said that's probably the root
Boogie woogie.
source. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on a rolling 12-month average, which has helped tremendously because for 2 to 3 months, like this being one of them, my bill is easily $300 to $500.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
Yeah,
That's
you just got to average that out.
I'm heating a mansion. Like it's just stupid. And I live in an apartment.
You want to do
Studio.
exposed brick?
And it fucks, dude. It's so sexy.
Yeah, I want the high ceilings. I want the exposed brick. I want to live downtown.
Yeah, it's nice. I love it. That's my worst though. My Come on, Windows.
Gotcha.
Mine.
Yeah.
So Christmas, obviously, really good.
Happy holidays.
However, the aunt and uncle were sick. My aunt's really sick, so my uncle didn't come. My niece from Nashville didn't make it in. Just kind of had a different vibe to it.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where
Doesn't hit right.
it didn't.
Yeah.
And it's weird too because I think the fam is going through not necessarily like a transition, but like some of the kids are getting older, so they're kind of in that weird phase where they're not kids, but they're not adults.
So like Christmas and stuff like it isn't really a priority. You're saying?
Well, no, it is. It just
There's
feels
not like as much excitement as like kids opening gifts.
well, yeah.
Now, you know
Toys
what I
Yeah.
and
mean?
shit. It's like we're adults. We don't want to be treated like everybody. Look at us.
Right. And now, I mean,
Presents.
obviously, both my grandparents are gone, so it
R.I.P.
just everybody thinks it's kind of been different.
Yeah.
When they were around, I mean, we'd have breakfast there, and then it would be presents, and then it would be lunch, and sometimes it's dinner. Like it was a whole day event.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But now it's like, and it's not for bad reasons. It's like people have their own families now with their own
Yeah.
kids, so it's like Christmas mornings at my own house. Like I want
Yeah.
my kids to open up presents, so we don't get to like the big family one till 11, and sometimes we leave at 3 or 4, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Starts to become like a box check thing.
correct. And you
Yeah.
can't help but, do the morbid thing where you're like, okay, when these people are gone, like what's going to happen? Like, are we going to be this? Am
Are
I
we still
like,
going to get together? Or is it
Correct.
not going to be a reason to get together anymore?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to try and get together later, like just to hang out? And like not necessarily like Christmas thing, but like just like a.
Well, because we used to
so
do that
she
too. Like
comes
we'd always
up
get
and your
together
aunt
as a
and
family, like
uncle-
for like a Christmas party.
Yeah.
And we kind of stopped doing that. I mean, obviously COVID kind of threw that for a wrench. But I was talking to my wife, and so because like some of my like younger cousins and stuff, and I was thinking, I don't know if it's just a generational thing, but a lot of them are just on their phones a lot,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gross.
and it's like, what does the family dynamic look like for people in 10 years? Like when they're 20, 25, and it's like, are there games? Are they getting together? It's like, I want to be on my phone. I don't care.
Giant couch. Nobody's talking.
Yep.
Every 3 to 5 minutes, somebody holds up
Yep.
the funniest TikTok.
Tis the season, dude. You send each other memes and you're still in the same room.
Yep.
Nobody's speaking.
Yeah.
Something's on the TV, but no one's watching it. And
Yeah,
you're just on your
it's-
phone. For the next,
Cringe.
that like 4 days before Christmas and after Christmas is
Yeah.
just phone time for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, dude, it was the funniest thing ever to hinder my mom's Facebook like joining because I was like, I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna open up this rabbit hole. You're gonna get spams and just all sorts of fraud shit could potentially happen. Like I know this. You think I'm just being an asshole. I'm trying to be a good son. Anytime I'm on my phone, it's like it could be ringing and she's like, Jesus Christ, you're on that thing. I'm like, well, somebody's literally calling me. That's the whole point of this. So like I'm gonna answer it and we're not doing anything. And now she has Facebook. She'll scroll for fucking hours.
Hell
and
yeah,
then I'm
dude.
just like, what are we doing?
She sent you any pokes?
No, she'll send me like super deep quotes all the time, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like,
I love it.
it's tough. I wash them away.
As you should.
Yeah, but Fisher, what's your worst?
So, all right. So I have one. It's definitely the worst. It's the worst day I've had in a long time. However, I know we beat the dead horse on the pod about fucking airports and shit like that. I know
Hell
we
yeah.
talk about it a lot.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
Bro.
Rip him a new one.
Oh, dude, it was fucking. So listen, I like to think that I travel a lot. Okay, between KT and I, we travel a lot. I have TSA pre-check.
Yes.
You know what I mean. We fly a lot, and I really never have problems.
Yeah.
Well, this fucking storm that came through, like when I left Austin, it was like -4 degrees.
That's insane.
That's wild for Texas. People don't know what the fuck to do with themselves, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I was supposed to be on a 1 p.m. flight from Dallas to Fort Wayne. Very simple. Direct Dallas to Fort Wayne.
That's
1 p.m.,
awesome.
Land in Fort Wayne at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
It'd be great. Okay. So I get there. They're like, okay, your plane's broken. We have to find you a new one. I'm like,
No wing.
okay, sick. This is one of the busiest travel days. It's the day before Christmas Eve.
Yep.
Sick. This should be easy.
Yeah.
So we sit there for 2 hours. He comes out and he's like, all right, we can't find another plane. We're like, yeah, we knew that. But we think we can fix it. It's actually the de-icer on the plane. It's broken, but we think we can fix it. And
Nope.
We're like, oh, and it's -4.
Blow
out,
dryer.
So that's even more sick. So awesome.
Yeah.
So he comes out like 10 minutes later and he's like, yep, would you look at that? It's fixed. We're good to go, baby. Let's get on this plane. So I'm like, okay, bet. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's just a 2-hour delay and we're like, okay, cool.
Do it.
So we all get on
I
the plane.
trust you,
Yeah.
plain guy.
I don't need to know how the sausage is made. Let's just fly this bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're like, cool, here we go. So we all
I
get
bet
on.
my life it works.
Why not? So we all get on the plane.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Doors shut. We're ready to go. Everybody's sitting there. By now, I'm like in and out of a snooze. You know what I mean? I'm just
Love it.
waiting. I'm like, good. Gonna
Yep.
be home.
You're
Great.
ready. Yeah.
He comes on the mic and he's like, well, actually, weather's really bad in Fort Wayne, and I legally am not allowed to land in it because it's that bad. So, yeah, get off the plane.
Man.
We're like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
No way. I'm on the plane. This
Yeah.
is the worst fucking like tease in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No shot. So we all get off the fucking plane.
Yep.
And then he's like, all right, well, we're not officially canceled yet either. And I'm like, bro, you got to make up your mind. By now, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Make up your mind. You know what I mean? Like the clock's
Mr.
ticking.
Pilot,
I got to
yeah.
get back.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we're going to wait. We can wait for like a maximum of 6 hours to see if it clears up. Well, fucking Captain, I don't know if you know this, but it's only getting darker. It's only getting colder. This is not going to fucking work.
Yeah.
So basically, I kind of roll the dice. I call the number and I'm like, hey, I need another flight. At this point, I just need to get the state of Indiana.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, there's one seat left on a flight to South Bend. It'll leave at 7. I'm like,
Perfect.
fuck it, give it to me.
Notre Dame country. Let's ride.
So I go to Wendy's. I go get food. I come back.
Barf.
They've now officially canceled the Fort Wayne 1 p.m. flight. So I'm like, okay. Next door,
Made
there's,
the right
there's a
choice.
7 p.m. Fort Wayne flight, which I knew was already booked because we talked about it on the phone. And I was like, I don't want to be on standby for that one.
Yeah.
I want to be on the fucking plane for South Bend.
Yeah.
So I'm already talking to my family. They're like, yeah, whatever. We'll come get you. Fuck it.
Yep.
30 minutes before we board, cancel. So I'm like, okay, sick. So the 7 p.m. to Indy, the 7 p.m. to South Bend, the 7 p.m. to Fort Wayne, all three of them canceled within like 30 minutes of each other.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
It's pretty cold.
So now you have a good 100 people that are all trying to do the same thing I'm fucking
Uh-huh.
doing. Everybody's trying to get to Fort Wayne, or at least the state of
Ooh,
Indiana. And I'm
yeah.
like, this isn't good. So the line for
Survivor.
the lady is like all the way back. So I've got fucking, I mean, I've got at least 25, 30 people in front of me.
Yeah.
And they're all waiting to talk to this lady. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to call that number back that just got me the South Bend one.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the board and I'm like, okay, there's one flight left to Indy. It leaves at 9 p.m. So I call them and it's the same song and dance that I just did 2 hours ago.
You pulled
And
the
she's
Navy
like,
card,
how can I
didn't
help
you?
you? No, not at all.
You
She
should.
was like, how can I help you? What do we need to do? And I was like, just stop talking. There's an 8:53 out of here to Indianapolis from Dallas. Go.
Yeah.
Can I get on that one?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, let's see if no, lady.
This is what I'm looking
Can you
at.
get me on that fucking
yeah.
flight or not? Boom.
I don't need to hear the
She's
promotions about your fucking Visa credit card.
She's like, yeah, so there's one seat left. I want it. Take it. Shh.
Yeah.
So I get it, literally last row, middle seat.
Ugh.
So I get it, cool. And I walk away from all these idiots that are still waiting in line.
Yeah.
Get over there to the gate. There's 25 people on standby. I swear to God, the 15 of them were the 15 people right in front of me. And I kind of felt bad, but at the same time, I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. It's a dog.
You got to
dog
work
world out
smarter,
here.
not harder.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's Christmas, and I'm trying to get the fuck home.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was supposed to be home.
What are you
4
trying to see the
p.m.
birth of your son? Fuck you.
Listen,
Yeah.
yeah.
not my problem.
So I was supposed to get home in Fort Wayne. I was supposed to get there, Friday at like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
I ended up finally getting into Fort Wayne Saturday at like 2 p.m. I got to Indy at midnight. They kept us on the plane until 1. Finally got off the plane.
Oh.
Couldn't get an Uber. A cab was gonna sleep in the
Airport.
airport
Yeah.
because I couldn't get anything. By now it's Christmas Eve. There's no drivers anywhere.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, his niece lives in Indy, happened to be awake because she was going to bring me to Fort Wayne the next day.
Yeah.
So she swooped me at like 2:30 in the morning, took me to a friend's house, took me to Jeremy Woodruff's house.
Oh,
stayed the
really?
night
Yeah.
there.
Hell yeah.
But I finally ended up getting to Fort Wayne like a day late. It fucking sucked.
Fuck that journey.
It was It was horrible.
All because the pilot
Kevin
couldn't.
McAllister's mom, dude. That's what happened right
But
there.
it's like they're.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the pilot fucked up. I don't think that part was ever fixed, and I think he's using the weather as an excuse.
Well, that, and I'm like, brother, I get it. You know, the flight simulations, do they account for this kind of stuff? Sounds like you're just going to get a couple extra drift points when you hit the fucking runway.
No.
Yeah, like, come on now.
No.
Stopping on solid ice. Are you knucking futts?
Do the
dude?
thing where you shoot the fucking parachutes out the back and grab the air and slow you down.
This isn't the Air Force.
Yeah, he's not Evil Knievel, dude.
I'm just
It's not
saying, man.
happening.
What's the thing on the fucking Navy ships where they land and they catch? I've seen Top Gun. The rope catches it and it's just done.
They
Yeah,
don't
it
have
doesn't happen
They,
on-
they definitely don't have it in Fort Wayne Airport.
You
If
should
they have
see
it in
they're doing
any-
some
it
good
ain't Fort
renovations out
Wayne's.
there. I bet they might have something.
Okay.
It's right
Crash it. Just crash it into Fort Wayne, dude. I gotta get
It is right next to an airbase.
So sorry, Offspring. We did another airport thing, but yeah, that was by far my worst.
What's the movie? It's got like Bradley Cooper in it. He's
The A-Team?
No, he plays the agent. His husband's like a football player. He's on a plane with Julia Roberts.
He's just not
and the
that
whole
into you?
time you think she's hitting on her. Is that what it is?
No, it's New Year's Eve.
I don't think it's that. Is it?
No, Valentine's Day.
One of them. Like
It's a rom-com.
She's on like 3
I'm aware.
different flights. She travels for like 4 straight days just to see her son for like
An hour.
and then has to go back.
Yeah.
Because the whole time you have no idea what she's doing. And you're just like, oh, this is crazy. But
Fisher
yeah.
took her seat.
Nice.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it too.
You should be.
It's like, yeah, you spend all this travel, and you're like, oh, I get to be home for literally like 26 hours, and then I have to just go back.
Yeah. Did you ever think, like, since you got there a day later, like, do you think like their planes were flying on Christmas Eve? That you could have just been like, oh, I got the 6 a.m. flight, and I just
So I had
landed
some
for-
backups because I was fully expecting because the 7 p.m. to Indy got canceled. So I'm like, why is the 9 a.m. going to go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was already kind of looking at the next morning. So they had one where I left 5 a.m. to Charlotte and then Charlotte to Fort Wayne. There was another one where it was Dallas to Fort Wayne, but it was like later that afternoon. So
yeah.
really, I was just crossing my fingers that this one was going to go. And
Yeah.
then like 30 minutes before boarding, they started offering people money to give up their seat.
Oh, yeah.
So we started looking at each other like, oh, fuck, this thing's going to go. Well,
Yeah.
we're good.
Like every time
so
they do it now,
that's
yeah.
kind of when we knew, like, all right, they're actually going to
Yeah.
fly this thing.
Yeah, I saw something, I think like 9,000 some odd flights got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was horrible.
Tough
DFW was a shit show because it's such a big airport and
Yeah.
there were so many people there.
I love it.
Puke.
I love it. But airports always give me good vibes. Sort of. Anyway.
chicken and beer.
Yeah. What's your worst?
It's the fucking weather, dude. This weather is absolute trash bananas.
Cold.
Yeah. It
Capital
is
C.
you walk outside, you get smacked in the face. So, like, still had to go to work, still had to cut people's hair.
Yeah.
Shockingly enough, 0 cancellations. Everybody said, I need my haircut for fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
they
And
gotta
I'm
look-
like,
yeah,
all
they
right,
gotta look good
dude.
for the family.
You got it. I'll be there. Because I like
Dedication.
everybody like texted me like, hey, you guys are open tomorrow, right? So as far as I know, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you're gonna be there tomorrow, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be there if you're gonna
Yeah.
be there.
Yeah.
I like my 9 a.m.s calling me like, hey man, if I gotta fucking get out in this weather, I need to know that you're there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'll
yeah,
be
I'll be
there.
there.
Yeah.
And I walked outside and I was like, man, fuck you, dude. I don't want
I say-
fucking
I
be
say
here.
free
I don't
all.
want to fucking
Yeah.
be here.
Oh,
What's the saying they always? It's the wind that'll get you.
Yeah. It's like humid.
It wouldn't be that bad if the wind wasn't blowing.
It's a dry heat.
That's a
Yeah.
Midwestern thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's oh my god. Okay. So I would agree. It's
I mean, but honestly, it was like -10 with the wind chills, like -36.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it was
the
breezy.
wind will get
It
you.
was shitty, dude.
The wind will get you.
dude, it's the like I was talking to Skr on the way home one day, and I'm like, I'm gonna park in my parking garage versus across the street, which you can totally do. You guys are all pussies, and I was like, I don't want my truck to get like snowed in, like anything, because they plow random times and they'll just plow you in, like they don't
Yeah.
give a fuck, like you didn't move, you didn't get out of the way. But I realized I was like, well, now I have to walk there, and I mean it's a block and a half. But I kid you not, like I thought my ears were gonna fall off. I didn't have feeling in my fingers, and this was like a 3-minute, like one song walk,
Yeah,
and I was like, I'm dead.
you
I'm
didn't
gonna
bundle
die.
up like you should have.
I did. I had my gloves.
You didn't have earmuffs.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't do earmuffs.
You gotta
I
wear a
should,
hood, dude.
Well,
You
because
gotta wear a hood.
if I put a bun on, like they don't make beanies for a bun, and I would do that.
You can get the
This is the
headband.
snap around ones.
The
I should
headband
do
ones,
those.
yeah.
I don't know if they work
Or
the
just the
best.
earmuffs and just
No, they work.
Yeah.
flip
Okay.
them to the side.
Okay. Frowns upside down. So my best. I have 2.
Okay.
One just happened. So I was the last seed, the 6th seed in fantasy football, and then I ended up winning. I'm going to the championship because I beat a guy by 2.9 points. Thanks, Mike Williams.
Thanks,
Shout out
Mike
Mike Dub.
Yeah. The other one, Brandon Rhodes, baby. I don't know if you listen or not, but you're engaged, brother. Hell yeah. Love is in the air, and I love
Can
it.
you feel it?
Yeah, that's just sick.
Lucky number 4.
We're
Yeah.
happy for him.
And guess what?
This one's going the distance.
Gonna rock them all. Like it's good stuff. Like I can feel it. Something's different. It's gonna be in Florida. I
This
love
is
a
the
good
one.
love a good destination wedding. Shout out BDF. I mean, it's time to do another one. Let's ride.
We're
Destination.
real happy for him.
Yeah.
Road's just
The bachelor party, I
The
can
bar
only
now.
assume is going to be equal to or better than the wedding, probably. Will it end it? Maybe. But that's why you do it.
That's why you do it.
That's why you roll the dice.
If you can't survive the bachelor party, you got no business tying the knot.
Take the leap. I'm pumped.
Yeah, you are.
I'm happy. That's my best.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks.
Now your Christmas gift. I fucking hate you, dude.
Oh,
right in front of
yeah.
my face.
Look at this. Duck got me, for all the people watching. So it's a prescription for coffee, and it's a coffee mug. It gets funnier as you read it. I'm still being entertained by it. It's great. I love it.
It's a good cup.
We'll drink out
It's a
of.
good mug.
Yeah. Can't wait. I won't wash it ever. Leave all the flavor.
Buddy,
in there.
I've seen your stove. I know you won't.
Yeah.
The
You have to sell
seasoning.
us on it.
That's my best.
Again, mine. It's simple. It's the holiday season.
You
It's
just
Christmas.
said it sucked.
I said it was different.
Oh.
But he has his own kids,
Correct.
and you watch them open presents.
Dude, are Piper and Parker, are they like a stroke of like 6 a.m. and they're just like ready to rock?
So it's funny because obviously all of Christmas Eve they're like, we just want this day to be over. We just want it to be tomorrow. Like, when am I gonna be able to sleep? It's like, yeah, but every year we have to wake you up.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, really?
well, it's because they're asleep, and like my family came over to my house like at 8:30, so we knew like we had to get this party going. It got to be like 7, so we're like, yeah, like let's get up, kids. Like, come on.
You have presents. Wake up.
Oh, bro. When I was little,
3 in the morning, dude.
I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning. Like when
Yeah.
I say I couldn't sleep, like I probably fall asleep at like 8, but I was up at 4:30, ready
Yeah.
to rock. Like my mom probably just got done wrapping presents and probably
Yep.
went to bed at 3, and I'm like,
knocking
we're
on the
up and
door.
at it, lady.
Yeah.
The best thing ever, I think my
I had
mom
action
did.
figures to open.
Well, because I was the same way as you. Like, it was like 3:30 or 4. Like, I would get down there, and I don't know how my mom did it. Maybe it was Santa. Like, there would be more presents. Like, I'd go to bed, and I'd be like, 1, 2, 3. That one's fucking big. Love that. Yep. Rattle, rattle. Yeah, like, pumped. Come down the next day, and I'm like, holy fuck, there's more.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, dude, Santa came, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dude, he fucking hits Fort Wayne last.
Yeah, I just put my phone up
No,
against
he
like
comes
one of
when
the
you go to
chairs.
sleep. Duh.
Idiot.
God.
And I just let it record. I took like a 35-minute video.
Yeah.
And again, it just sucks that like you lose that wonder at some point from becoming a kid to an adult.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
weird as it sounds, like it's kind of the worst thing about adulthood is when you're just not a kid. Parker's like literally first thing she opened was just a Nike water bottle, and you would have thought I gave her the winning lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah.
She just went bananas.
Hell,
Literally said best day ever.
I'm going to drink water so good out
Yeah.
of this. It's going to be
Just
nuts.
tastes
do
so
it.
much better.
Just do it.
Literally, it's like the same one that Piper uses for soccer, and one of
Oh,
her
yeah.
friends has it from school. And like
Yeah.
again, you would have thought I gave her a PS5.
My favorite, and again, I did.
Nike
everybody
water
does it.
bottle. I need one of those, honestly.
No, when you're a kid and you open up
Good water bottle.
but you'll open up a present. It'll be like one year I got like 10 pairs of pajama pants, and you're like, oh my god, like I could wear these so many places. This is gonna be so sick. And it's
Pajama
just
pants? No.
like, they're pretty comfy. They came back around. They didn't have their time there for a while, but they're back. Yeah, I got a lot. But you know what I'm saying. Like you'll find an excuse to say anything. The present could be a literal pile of shit, and you're like, honestly, it smells pretty good. Like this is a nice present, but it's pretty shitty.
That was that Seinfeld thing. Like you can always tell if you don't.
All right.
If you restate the name of the gift, it really means you don't like it.
Yeah.
What?
Like if you restate what it is, you're like, oh, a sweater, thanks.
Oh yeah, but I mean sometimes
That's
sweaters-
along the same lines of like the bless your heart thing. That
Yeah.
means fuck you.
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
deal, you know what I mean?
Bless
That's
your heart.
definitely-
Ooh,
Yeah.
pajama pants. Number 9.
Yay.
Sweet.
Socks and underwear thing.
Every year. I'm just like,
Yeah.
fucking stop it, dude. Like, shit. I wash them, wash them. But, Fisher, what's your best?
Um,
Round us out. No, you have your best.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
I always forget to go all the
Dude.
way around. It's my bad.
It's kind of a twofer. Like obviously one is going to be the obvious, being able to come home and see my family and stuff like that.
Yeah, hallelujah.
I mean, you know, I guess I don't really get to come home that often. Maybe like twice a year now, stuff like that. Now that I have a real job in the Navy, I'd come home a lot, but now
Yeah.
it's it doesn't really go that easy. So that's going to be the obvious one, being able to come home, see friends, see family. I've got to look
Yeah.
at these holiday stuff.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Next one is going to be my wife and I, KT.
KT.
Shout her out.
We just closed on our house this week. So first time home buyer, pretty sick to get it.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Tired of doing the apartment life. I'm 32 years old, ready to get into a house. So
Yeah.
So we just closed on our house. We just moved in. We're not even really all the way done moving in. I mean, she I mean, it was like holiday travel right away.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
we just moved in. We're not even completely out of our apartment yet. We still got a couple.
You
things
say you
here.
got this, babe? I'm out of here.
Yeah, so it's a pretty cool feeling, honestly. And you kind of get in it, and then you realize you're like, how in the fuck have I done this apartment life for this long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
It's
that's what
crazy.
I'm like so anxious to
You
feel
get in the house
too.
and you're like, how was I not doing this sooner? You know
Wide
what I
open
mean?
spaces.
Yeah, so many room
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
activities.
they got to do all the shit.
So
I love, dude. I'm ready to do some like yard work, some fucking like paint something, maybe fucking hang a picture.
But you said one of the biggest drawbacks is your association makes you do actual lawn work, like landscaping.
Well, no, that's because JR said like he's gonna help put money back into the house instead of using it to pay for the landscaping. He's like, dude, if you're down to get fucking dirty in the dirt, like I can put this into the house. I'm like, yeah, if you need me to fucking plant a shrub, here's a dandelion. Like, I'm fine. With
You
that.
don't want those. Those are bad.
Those are weeds. You're going to pick those.
Whatever. You get what I'm saying? Make something pretty.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying. But
Yeah.
you also work every weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and then you work during the week, and then on your off days you play Gapex. So I'm just curious of when you think you're gonna mow, because you got to mow twice a week, my guy.
I mean,
you
you
got to
own
rake the leaves.
Twice a week.
you
I don't
owned
need.
that house in New Haven, so how'd you do it then?
I assumed that shout out Rhodes again and Greg that
He
they would
was the
help
one
me
that would
out.
do your yard work
And they never did. Well, no, Rhodes actually did every. I'll give him credit there. Greg sucked. But yeah, I mean, I would do it for the most part, and I don't mind it. I just think it does. It usually would happen in like just severe hangover type days or something like that. But I mean, truth be told, it's you throw on some headphones and it's a nice little
I
ride.
mean, now I would think, like, obviously back then, again, that was like the party years, you know, what I
Yeah.
mean? Stuff like that. By now, I would think,
it's like
just
more.
age and situation, you're probably, hopefully, going to be like, this is my home. It's an investment. I'm going to take care of it.
Yeah,
type
it'd be
of
more
deal.
fun.
Also, you probably got like a year and a half before that grass grows fully in. I've seen a lot of houses in Huntertown, dude. They're great. It's like grass ain't growing.
Fine. Sounds like I ain't got to mow. More Gapex.
Turf.
Here we go.
Right? You should just put turf in.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Do whatever we want. I'll do one of those golf course holes.
I know. Just turf it out, dude.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
sick.
Yeah.
Golf course holes.
What's your best?
Christmas, man. Christmas. The reason for the season, getting together with family. And like Skr said, dude, like as you get older as an adult, like opening presents is like,
It's a
yeah,
formality.
I do it, but I always do it last.
Yeah.
Because I want to see like my nieces and my nephews open their presents. I want to see like
Yep.
my brother and Annie open. I want to see people open up what I got them.
Yes.
Because I want to see if they like it and like see the
Way more
on their phone.
important.
They're like,
You seem like you're a
hell
good
yeah.
gift giver
Hell
just based
yeah.
off this coffee mug. You understand.
and I want people to just be like, oh yeah, I love the gift, and I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
And then I hate it because like I save my presents for last. 'Cause I want to wait, and then everybody's like looking at me, and I'm just like, But no, I got like my mom always gets me like cool like niche like novelty like Marvel shit.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like collecting like a whole like KitchenAid. Like
Oh,
I got,
yeah.
like the Thanos like silicone glove for like the oven.
Love
It's
that.
tight. Got like an Iron Man bottle opener. That's pretty tight.
That's pretty sweet.
tight. Yeah.
So, obvious follow-up question, or maybe not obvious, but I noticed you looked down there. Did you have to look down because you wrote Christmas?
I had two things. I just didn't know which one I wanted to say. Christmas, and then I got my hair cut the mullet off.
Oh, the rat tail,
Rat tail, baby.
dude.
I was going to say you look a little different.
Yeah, that thing's lurking.
I still kept a little piece, you know what I mean?
Little flavor.
Hey, whenever you cut your hair,
Yeah.
just know you'd be like, hey, man, you got to go a rat tail.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to have that hair that long again,
Yeah.
you know? I'm losing it by the fucking day. So I'm just like, hey,
I agree. I think like
let's
I
try
said,
something different.
when I next
BDF
year
doesn't know about that.
Oh,
house
yeah.
is coming.
BDF got a full lines, man, dude. You
Yeah.
don't know about that.
Gonna shave the head.
That's a lot of hair.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird this next year. But anyways, okay. Segment dead. WABs. Where's the bed?
Draft season.
Draft season.
Week 16.
It'd be 17.
No.
There's only 2 left, man.
But you always do this because you ruin it because you don't say the right number for this one, but you say the right number for football. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad. This is week 16.
Well, because we missed one.
Yeah,
I say there's only 2 weeks left in the NFL
Yeah.
season. That's how I know that.
yeah. Fisher, guest of honor, gets to pick what it is. Go ahead and explain.
So for this one, we
Get real in there.
for this one, I just kind of decided something that would be fun and kind of cause some banter between us and stuff like that. So
Happy holidays.
also, honestly, you guys have done fucking 90 of these now, so it's kind of hard to pick something that you haven't done yet that can kind of spark a good conversation. So we're
Yeah.
gonna do top fears.
Fears.
So,
Fears.
little fear
Fear.
factor.
Fears. Let's talk about them. Fears. Yeah, I'm excited. There's no real parameters here. So it's
Yeah,
I mean
it's just what you're
anything-
scared
There's
of.
really not. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's something, it could be anything across the board. So you'll hear them, and we'll
Yeah,
just see what
and
happens
so-
here. I have some that I wrote down, but even in talking about it before we started the episode, you guys said
Yeah.
a couple things I'm like I wouldn't have even thought.
It's gonna
of
get
that.
nuts.
Yeah.
So I have a quote here. I think it perfectly describes fear. It is from a guy named Bodie. You might know him from a movie called Point Break. He said, fear causes hesitation, and hesitation causes your worst fears to come true. With that being said,
Swayze.
Sick.
Love it.
let's get to drafting.
I was
So
ready for that.
yeah,
Nice.
Fish.
Yes, sir.
First pick. Oh, so Dutt won again. He got his 8th win of the year. Skur and I are deadlocked. He has 4, I have 3. 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left.
What's going to happen?
Shout out all my
Dutt-
offspringers out
Dutt's in
there.
there, right? Like
Yeah,
mathematically, you guys
Done.
are fucked.
Yeah, we're fighting for second. But what needs to be noted here is,
You're not fighting for second. You're fighting not to be last.
Right.
well,
Yeah.
but I've been performing. It's like, again, LeBron in the East is me, but then Dutt's Golden State with KD. Like you're not going to beat it, but I'm also going to be the best in my own.
You're in last.
But
No, there's no but. You are in last.
I love that you're in last place, but you just think that you're just so much better than Skur.
You're the LeBron of the East.
yeah, but no, you've
You're
been
Gilbert Arenas.
you wouldn't get it. Because I've been
You're right. I wouldn't. I'm not last.
I've been doing so well, but Dutt just does better. But you do bad, like lately. Like yeah. So Fisher, it's gonna go Fisher, Skur,
You
me,
gonna give my
Dutt.
30 seconds, or are you just stealing that away from me, dude?
Oh yeah.
That's fucking
Recap.
trash bananas.
8th win,
dude.
my favorite number. So treat it right.
Yeah. So shout out my offspringers again for voting for me. I loved it. I got a little close on my polls. I'm not gonna lie, Travis. You were only 1 vote away, man. I mean, on
Damn.
mine. And you'd sit there and be like, "Oh, everybody votes for you. You get all these, buddy. You're getting a lot of votes, man."
Because I make good picks.
Yeah.
Recently,
LeBron of the East.
Recently.
you've made good
Recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
back.
also shout out, just my offspringers. We're in the Midwest. We like a hefty breakfast. We're going pancakes. We're going waffles. Double it up. And bacon, baby.
Carbs, ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Let's eat them.
Yeah. It's cold out there.
Let's
Got
ride.
double
Let's
up.
maybe substitute a fruit in there every now and then, guys. Jeez.
You guys have carbs with a shitty bowl of fruit on the side? Thank you. I'll take that. It's gonna be delicious. Yeah. But okay. Fears.
Fierce.
Okay.
Top fears.
So
Fisher, first pick.
since I have the number 1 pick, which I didn't think I was going to, but thanks.
You're welcome.
So I know
Maybe.
you obviously want to pick to appeal to get some votes and stuff, but this is actually my number 1 fear in real life. And I'll explain a little bit of that. So number 1 off the board is going to be snakes.
Okay.
And you can give me shit for that. I get it, because I know for some people my age, you shouldn't be afraid of something like that. I'm telling you, I am deathly afraid of fucking snakes. So
I think it's pretty.
I've had this
Yeah.
reoccurring dream. I haven't
Yeah.
had it in a while, but
Okay.
basically I'm laying down in my bed, and I'm in my old apartment with my mom that we moved into when I was in high school. So it's
Yeah.
a real place.
Yeah.
But I'm like laying down flat. I'm sleeping, but I can see this huge fucking black snake come through the door. It slithers in, and then it kind of comes up at the end of my bed and is looking at me. And it'll start to eat me, and then at my waist, I'll make eye contact with it, and then I wake up. No bullshit. I've had that dream several times.
I hate that.
Offspringers
It-
out
it
there.
fucks me
What's
up,
that
dude.
mean?
So
What's that mean?
Somebody look it up in a dream book or an astrology thing or something. But
So-
anyway,
yeah.
number 1, snakes by far my number 1 fear.
So the movie-
Ophidiophobia is what that
it
is.
the movie Anaconda has to just fucking scare you to hell.
I don't know. Maybe when I was little, if I saw it, I think that's something. I mean, now obviously it's like, okay, this is stupid, but like, dude,
Shout out
if we were
J-Lo.
to- so,
Shout
like,
out Ice Cube.
OG.
He
if we were
lives.
to go through like the Fort Wayne Zoo or whatever, and
Yeah.
we went through the fucking like the
Reptile house?
that shit, you'd see the hair on.
You're
each
just like,
stand
oh,
up.
yeah, dude.
It's just not a comfortable place for me to be in at all.
Yeah.
You know
Snakes
what I
freak
mean?
me out
At
too,
all.
dude.
Oh yeah,
I-
they should. If they don't,
I
I
don't
don't want to
like
be
it.
around you.
Slither
I don't like it.
around, and
People
they're
that
just
have them
fucking-
as pets, I'm not going in your house. I don't like it. I
Those
don't want to be
people
there.
can
I'm good.
fucking get fucked.
So this,
dude.
I
they
read
put them
this
around
story.
their heads and shit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's gonna choke you.
I read this story of this lady
Dude,
who
let's
like
talk about
had
it.
like a huge boa constrictor,
Yes.
and like she would just let it slither around the house and like let it sleep with her and everything like that. And then like for like a week or 2 weeks, it didn't eat.
And she took it to
So
the
she took
doctor.
it to the vet, and they were like, "Oh, do you like let it around the house?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Does it ever like cuddle around you and sleep with you?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, it's been doing that a lot lately." And they were like, "Yeah, he was measuring how big you are, and he was gonna
Yeah.
fucking eat you."
What?
True
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because now I know like it actually is a thing. But yeah, they told her like, you need to get rid of this thing because it's
It's planning to
Processing
fucking
you.
kill
not
you.
it's not eating because it's waiting till it has room to fit you in there, lady. Can
Yeah.
you fucking imagine that? Ugh.
No,
That's
dude.
fucking Mike's fear. Do you just wake
Talk
up and
about
it's just
the
at your
long
feet?
game.
Yeah.
Oh
hell no.
yeah,
Hey, I'm your buddy. I swear to God,
Negative goes.
yeah.
forward.
I'm gonna eat you.
So I'm
Snake
coming
in
with
the
the
grass for a reason, dude.
sort of Gryffindor, just eating it. Whoosh,
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
done.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I get it. Sure.
I'm a slithery snake.
I'm a little snake.
See, now again, this is one where do you do like the true to yourself, like he said, it just so worked out for him that is his actual biggest fear.
I want you to pick what you feel's right because your picks lately have been sucky. So keep riding
So
that.
this is one
Keep riding that.
I think
wave.
it's going to be pretty popular, and again, it is honestly a fear of mine.
Yeah.
I portray it onto my kids at times, and some is because it almost happened to me as a kid at my grandparents. Is it's just drowning.
Drowning.
Specifically in the ocean.
Okay.
You talk about sharks?
Hate them.
Oh man, fins.
Like
I see a fin, I'm dead.
when we go out to spring break, like people make fun of me because like my kids are out to like their ankles. I'm like, all right, let's get back. Come on. And they're like, you see that fucking teenager that's barely bowing out there. And they're like, oh no, that's fine. It's like, no way.
Fucking turd
no
would not,
way.
dude. Turd wants to touch the buoy that's 800 yards out.
Correct.
Trying to get undercurt? Trying to get that
Yeah.
undertow?
Yeah.
I don't need to
Uh-uh.
watch.
That happened to me too. Like just got sucked under one time and I was just like, nope,
Yeah,
never
all-
again.
All you need is like one Shark Week of like one guy basically breaking down how we haven't explored like 90% of the
Oh,
ocean.
yeah, dude.
No, thank you. We don't
Pitch black.
don't belong down there.
Yeah, no.
Like Joe Rogan showed it on one of his episodes. Like there's 100-foot like squid alien looking thing that they found under an oil rig, and it's just literally imagine like an alien, and it's just in there,
Yeah, dude.
just hovering around. No, I don't want it.
Yeah. You get that, just the breath starts going. You know, you do those contests as kids when you're dumb who can hold it their longest and shit like that.
I was pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Even being in Guam, like when we would go out and snorkel and shit, like when you go out far enough, it's like this is not home field advantage anymore.
No.
You're far enough out. If some shit goes down, like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bad fucking day.
And that's why I said for the
out there.
longest time, the craziest invention we've ever made, one of them is goggles. Like just seeing 1080p underwater, fuck that. I'd rather be blind. I don't want to see shit.
I'm not gonna say
wanna
that.
see it coming.
When you're in the
I wanna
water.
see it coming,
no,
bud.
no, you
I gotta
you
see
say
it coming.
that, and then we went to quick little like what's that called? Like humble brag. When we went to the Australia and saw the big coral reef or whatever it's called out there, like you go snorkeling, it's cool, man. But then you start looking left and right, and you're like, I can see for fucking miles, and that's
And
shit.
you're off the shore, and they're faster than you at that point. And if
Yeah.
they start coming at you, it's a bad day.
The tiniest little fish, you're like, that's a great white. I'm out of here. I can, no, it's oh my god.
You know they're actually
Large-scale
more
tuna.
attracted to pee than blood.
I piss
So don't-
everywhere too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Don't
fucked.
pee in the
Yeah,
ocean.
you pee all the time.
Yeah, I'm fucked, dude. I'm fucked. Okay,
Wow.
so third overall pick for me here. It's one of one for me. I thought it was honestly gonna be the first pick. It's heights.
Heights.
Yeah.
Heights are so fucking scary, dude. I don't know what it is. Like heights to me is the perfect example of Bodhi's quote of like fear causes hesitation. When I'm high up somewhere and you start playing out all these scenarios of like, oh, ooh, I might fall. Like roller coasters go up and you're like, is this thing really holding me in? I don't know. But what if all of a sudden, foo, final destination shit? Like heights just get you.
Yeah.
I don't like being high up.
Well, that's what
Ground me.
Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory had a
Yeah.
great quote on this. He was
Yeah.
just like, because somebody asked him about that, and he was like, no, being scared of heights, he goes, that's illogical. Nobody's really scared of heights. It's scared of falling.
Yeah.
You don't want to fall
Makes
from
sense.
said height.
That makes sense.
But I'm like, no.
I've never thought of it that way, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I agree to some extent. As long as you're falling into water, it takes some of the fear away from me. But
No.
still, no. But at Pine Lake, even like you get to that 30-footer, I'm squirting tears before I get pushed off that thing. Like
You
I,
got pushed off?
yeah, it's
Pussy. It's 30 feet, dude.
that feels like you're in the air for 10 minutes.
Oh, dude. You got, I mean, I don't like look and do it. I just fucking,
No, yeah, you just gotta go.
and you just
Yeah,
got to go.
just
dude.
gotta
You just
go.
launch
No.
yourself as far as you
You
can.
just gotta go.
I have to see it, which is they say the worst thing,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
have to analyze and process everything, overthink the living piss out of it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to land here because I guarantee there's a rock or something's floating around, and then there's a toddler over there, and then I play out everything, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna get down. I think maybe later, maybe next.
So you
time.
know how they have like the two diving boards? They have
Yep.
the one that's like relatively higher,
10 and then like 15 maybe
something like that.
Yeah.
10, 20, 30.
Yeah.
And well, those are the platforms.
Well, the 10-foot was a diving,
diving board.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on that one, and I was gonna try to do like multiple flips. And I mean,
Cool.
I jumped, and like I got midair and like didn't start right away. So then my body just froze, and I did. I felt like I fell for a good 5 to 10 seconds, and you're just waiting to hit the ground, just rip the sides up. I hated it.
I just
So the water didn't make it any better.
Heights.
Yeah. My brother did the mistake where like he penciled, but he kept his feet flat.
Ooh.
And just fucking yacked his back. Dude.
Idiot.
Yeah, point those toes, dude.
Yeah, the old back yak. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay, Dut. You got the curve, the turn.
I'm going
do you got?
claustrophobia,
Ooh,
tight spaces.
that was one of mine.
I'm gonna
And that's just because of like some dude was like cave crawling and like took the wrong turn.
Nope.
And then he just got stuck. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
couldn't get him out. They couldn't do anything. He just had to be there. So then they put an IV through his leg and it's like giving him drips and keeping him alive while they figured it out. And then they're like, yeah, we have zero way to get you out of here.
Yeah.
So then they just injected him with morphine, killed him, and then sealed that fucking
Stupid.
cavern or whatever it's called. So
They just
nobody
straight
could go
up
in.
killed the guy?
Yeah, had to. There's no because he was just
Had
gonna
to. You're
he was
dead.
just gonna die. Like unless they kept like feeding him and shit.
They
But
couldn't-
then he was just gonna piss on himself and shit all over himself. They couldn't get him out.
They
There's
couldn't-
no way to get him out.
127 hours, like cut him at the fucking leg or something.
Well, he went in head first.
oh,
So like the only thing that was sticking out was his legs.
was that the
And like you couldn't like pull him out because then you'd rip him and like nobody else could get in there to like maneuver and shit because it was so tight. He just took a wrong turn on the map.
clearly
He
it
was just
wasn't
like, fuck.
the video I saw because this guy posted it, but he was like a cave explorer and he was like squirming through a spot and he goes, "Yep, miscalculated that. I thought this opening was getting wider. It's getting tighter." And he's like, "I have to like now jimmy rig," and it's like you think
Shimmy
you can,
himself
fuck that.
backwards.
Nope.
yeah, and you're just
Stupid.
like, you think you
dude.
can, and then it's the ring on the finger and it swells up, and you're just like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of like the very few haunted whatever's, mansions, houses, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We went to one and 80% of it was just pitch black and I felt like I was just crawling through a tunnel.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is stupid.
yeah. It's
I don't
oh.
even want to be in that position.
The-
Like it just. No.
We had a
It's
weird,
terrible.
a weird thing.
No
It was
way.
like towards the end of high school, maybe like right at college, where Fort Wayne at least had this big uprising of like haunted places that people went, and it was one of those, man, where you're just like clinched onto each other's shirts, and it's like you don't want to like feel like you're alone for a second. It's just,
Yeah.
oh fuck that, dude.
It's terrible.
Being scared sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, what's 2-1?
2-1 is taphophobia, dude. That is the fear of being buried alive.
Oh,
Is that
So it's 1A,
okay.
1B for
It's on the
me.
list,
Yeah.
It's
sure.
bad there.
Yeah.
on the
Okay.
list.
So you don't tight spaces and Dut don't play.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Yeah.
a big guy. I need my space. Let me get my elbows out.
I want to roam.
Yeah.
But then why do they say people love being like babies if you tuck them in tight? Like we love that feeling.
Because they just come out of the womb, so it
Oh.
makes them feel like they're being
Yeah, they're like swaddled in
Yeah,
that
used
fetal
to the
position.
cradled.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. Me. Second pick. I think this one is right up there. So if it ain't snakes, it's the other S word. It's fucking spiders.
Yeah.
Dude. Those things. You know what I think we are so blessed being Midwesterners in Indiana? We see spiders that are maybe at their biggest, are not even our palm, but like, you know what, like a daddy long legs,
Yeah.
maybe it's like whatever. You see these hairy bastards that are just fucking the size of our face.
Yeah, dude.
I wouldn't know what to do. And you see them with their pans or their skillets, whatever they call them, and they try to like trap them on the wall. And then you miss that bitch and it jumps and you're just like, oh my
Dude,
God.
missing a spider this big and it jumps.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
I got to make sure somebody keeps eyes on that thing because I got to know where it's at.
I mean, here obviously, like you get some gnarly ones where my wife's from is Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they'll get scorpions in the house. Like her mom was telling me
Yeah.
the other day, I got stung by a scorpion. I'm like, you what?
Was there a thing
Yeah,
like
What do
you
you
got to
mean?
like
Why are
flush
you
the
telling
toilet
me
every time?
casually that you
Yeah.
got? Fuck
Did
no.
she have to like
Yeah,
flush the
just
toilet
poisonous.
every
You
time
might
before
die.
she used it? Because like they would
That is
crawl
one
underneath
of, that
the
is
rim.
one of Caitlin's things. She always checks the toilet before she sits down on it. And I mean, even that, like a guy that
It's
I
just
work
good
with,
practice.
a guy that I work with in Austin, he just got stung by a fucking scorpion. He was folding laundry. It like fell out of the pile of laundry or whatever. We think it got through like the vent because it was trying to get
Oh,
warm.
yeah.
yeah.
He took his laundry out of the dryer and put it on the couch. So I think it sensed the heat.
Yeah.
Came back to it later to fold the laundry. Well, the fucker fell out and got him right in the foot.
Oh,
Fuck.
dude.
Yeah, my cousin lives in Arizona and says the same thing. Like, you just
No.
have to be on the lookout for that. I'm like, I don't want to live in a place
don't
where I
wanna-
have to
yeah,
be on the
the
lookout.
For a
Critters
fucking
like that, man,
scorpion.
are just,
Yeah.
it's fucking nuts. But again, it's like at the end of the day, we're in their world. Like we chose this. We just happen to be in a place they're smaller. But then you see these ones, man, they're big.
Those camel spiders, dude.
Yeah. And then you see
Just
movies-
animals in general, man. If it's not a dog,
critters.
I'm not thrilled to be around it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, On a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 2. Like it's not the best, but no, and then you see movies like Arachnophobia is a great movie, Jeff Daniels, where they do a great job of like they're little spiders, but when there's a fucking army of them and they just come out of the woodwork everywhere and they can like be deadly, and then there's just this big mother bitch with like a huge ass and just fucking oh my god, dude. And then you have the movies Eight-Legged Freaks where they're the size of people.
No.
And you hear those stories where they're like, would you want to fight like 100 little spiders or one spider the size of like a dog?
100 little spiders.
Yeah, and you're just like, could you imagine seeing a spider the size of a toddler? I would literally die. Like my heart,
Literally.
my heart.
If I had 2 balls, I'd shoot Toby twice.
Yeah, like I would explode with fear. Like that's how I would die. Spontaneous combustion, cause of death, fear.
I don't think that's what spontaneous combustion is.
100%. Oh my fuck, dude. Yeah, spiders 2.
It's a good one, man.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Ooh, I'm glad it fell to me. That's a great value pick. Man, crawled to me.
So my second one,
Oh.
this was one that really affected me as a child. Not too much as an adult anymore, but I still think it's when you think about like the apex and what they could be.
Yeah.
It still kind of gives me the EBGs every now and then. It's just storms.
Ooh.
When you get to like that 2 PM and it's pitch black, and the wind just starts howling.
Clouds start going in circle
Oh
motions.
yeah, to me it's the wind because you can't see it, but you know it's there, and you start seeing things move, and it just makes that sound. It's like it feels like a damn train's coming through.
You
and
don't
you're just
watch
like,
the storm?
No.
You're not a Midwesterner, dude.
I mean, you see fucking Twister a few times, and all of a sudden you're just like a meteorologist.
Oh no! As a kid, when I knew a storm was coming,
F5 over there.
I would always get a massive comforter. I would put it over my head, and I would literally plug my ears, dude. I hated storms.
You were a pussy.
Yes.
Yeah, damn.
We've established that.
But no, like what's funny about the wind you were saying is I think it's crazy when it's so strong and you're like walking trying to be normal and it's literally just blowing you.
It's pushing you over.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, ooh. Like what's going on here? Like Mother Nature, baby.
Because again, it
Ow,
just
you just lean into it.
but like when it like rains during the day and it's like bright out, I think it's one of the coolest things ever.
Yeah,
But
but it's
it's-
just rain.
Yeah, but it's just again when it just takes that turn and it gets dark, and you know it's not supposed to be dark. It's like it's noon.
I
Yeah.
gotta, combat you there. Like storms are tight. Nap
Oh,
storms.
I get it. There's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
people that'll be like, "No, storms are freaking awesome."
Yeah,
but
dude, you
they're
gotta-
also terrifying at the same time.
Don't chase
can
them, but
be,
just just listen to them. Yeah,
Cash.
No,
yeah, you get it. Yeah. Anyways, so that's a great pick, man. Number 2 for you, Storm.
BDF.
Yep, good storms.
Hit me with it.
Yep. What's your second pick?
and third.
This is second and third.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
got the
You got the
final
turn, baby.
Yeah, the turn.
So I've kind of been going back and forth if I was going to do this because some of the things I was going to say are off the board now.
Yeah.
So this kind of might be a little bit of a left turn, but for some people, not so much for me, but I think it is a bigger thing than people realize is public speaking. I
Yeah,
think a lot
dude.
of people get a lot of fucking anxiety
I think you'll
getting
get.
up in front of a group of people and like having to give a presentation or something like that. I remember when I was in college, I hated doing it, and I don't love it now. Like best man speech, something like that. Like I've
Yeah.
done it twice now. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I remember
Yep.
the first time I was like, it was my buddy Tyler's wedding, and I just had to get hammered because I was like, I don't feel good about this at all. There's a lot of people staring at me,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of a weird feeling. I'm a little bit better with it, but I feel like a lot of people still, that's something that is a normal thing for people to struggle
Yeah.
with, right?
For sure.
Do you guys? So for me, public speaking is always like this interesting thing to me where I play it out in my head and like you have notes. Like if you're ready, you can prep, but only so much. But I feel like it's anytime you do it, you black out.
It's better when you go off the cuff for sure.
But like you start talking and it's like all of a sudden you're done and you're like, what did I just say? Like I was just talking for like 20 minutes. Like sometimes or most times that's what happens to me when I'm in like a crowd of people or it's like an audience.
Tell me about it.
But you get what I'm saying? Like you just like, you're like,
Every Tuesday.
fuck, was that good or bad? You know what I mean? Like it's, yeah. I think I pulled
You're
through.
just Will Ferrell on fucking old school.
That's how you debate.
That's how you.
Woo. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's a very underrated, prominent fear.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's something that people have that they don't really even know they have
Yeah.
until they have to be in that situation.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Round out your 3, bud.
Pussies.
All right. This one, I don't know. I might get some flack for this one.
Go ahead.
Definitely not for me, but I guess this is something that I do hear about sometimes.
Yeah.
It's clowns.
Okay.
Some people really do have an issue with that shit. I don't really think I do.
My daughter.
Yeah.
Really?
Hates
Some
'em.
people are fucking deathly afraid of clowns.
Because of
It's a
it,
thing.
or just
Oh, she's
No.
never seen that.
There was that whole thing where there were like clowns there for a minute.
Oh, coming at you and shit when you're on your walk and they're just like walking through you real slow.
I tell you, on the Greenway,
dude.
riding my bike one summer day, you think you're prepared for stuff like this because you see 1,000,001 movies. When there's just a guy standing perfectly still in the middle of the woods in a clown outfit and just not making a peep, and it's just a mask where it's like, it's not scary, but it's not funny either. And he's just
go to First Shield Defense.
Yeah.
Honestly,
exactly.
dude.
You're just stone cold, and
You
I'm
never
like,
know.
Lance Armstrong was not going to beat me that day. Like, I got home record time. Fuck that guy. That's
Yeah.
He was out there to motivate you. He was just motivating everybody.
dude.
Nailed
it
it.
worked. Like
Just get your heart rate up.
I'm talking. My legs were just cranking these pedals. Like, oh my god, dude! I could have beat a car. It was insane. Yeah, I agree with clowns. That's Jesus, especially if they have a weapon, like a knife.
Well, that's just
Right,
fucking assault, brother.
Right.
yeah, stuff. Yeah. Okay. Scare.
All right, you ready for this?
Finish it.
Love it.
Give us your third. You just picked storms, which are pretty scary. So can
Deep
we
pick. Might even win. The unknown.
Okay.
the unknown space.
No, literally just. It's the biggest thing. Like when you don't know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
it scares people to death.
Yeah. Cripples them.
I didn't have it on the list, but I respect that. Absolutely.
Yeah. The unknown. So like, again, space or
Like literally just not knowing what's going to happen to people like is almost the definition of anxiety. Like where you're like,
yeah, but I would argue that's kind of fun. Like the unknown. It's like when you go out and you don't know what's going to happen.
Some
Ra-
people,
rain.
they can't handle it.
no, like for some people, it's literally crippling.
It's like some people can speak in public. Some people can't.
I agree.
Like some people have to have a plan for just about everything. And when you don't, or you try to go off the cuff, they're like, it's their version of the spider.
Yeah, my cousin, your wife.
I don't think it's that bad, but she doesn't love it.
Yeah.
She don't love it.
Itinerary girl. I could see it from a mile away. Yeah, okay, I get it. I respect it. Yeah. Good pick. Mine, last but not least. It's death. Dying, dude. That's scary.
Yeah.
That's a fear. Could you think about when you die? You're dead.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I don't know why Siri's back, but yeah, like you're dead.
No,
Yeah.
I get it. Say it again.
We understand. Yeah.
For the people who
One
don't
more
get
time.
it.
But so how would you phrase it? Like just fear of death? Is that
Yeah, just death. It's
Dying.
probably most people's number
I can't wait
one.
to see what
Yeah.
picture you throw up for that.
Yeah.
but-
It's just the Grim Reaper, dude. Just
Yeah.
like fucking sling.
But it's weird, right? Like I had a lady, I was helping her, and it was so weird how comfortable she was with it. So you almost wonder like what she had like prepped or like went through or did. But she's like, "Hey Trav, like how long do I have? Like, do I have to keep this? Like, what's the commitment on this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's 36 months." And she goes, "What happens if I die?" And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Don't worry about it, Kathy." And she's like, "Well, no, like, I mean, I'm 70. Like,
I'm pretty old, bud.
like I have to start thinking about this stuff." She's like, "What if I die?" And I was just like, "Well, fuck, my day just went full tilt."
Your
Like,
phone's fine. That's what's happening.
yeah. Well, I was like, "Yeah, we forego it. Like, you know, you're good. It's death. Like,
Your
you know,
kids don't incur your death on your phone bill. and
Yeah.
That'll just be it.
yeah. Well, this too shall pass."
We'll give somebody else your number.
But yeah, you just like you start playing that game where you're like, well, shit. Like, at some point, my mom's gonna die, and then my dogs are gonna die, and then everything dies.
oh, so you took a real turn.
Yeah, dude. Because it every now and then you start to like make yourself cry about it, and you're just like,
Yeah,
"Fuck."
don't go down that rabbit hole thinking about your pets and stuff like that. Just
Yeah,
if
dude,
you
it
don't think
gets
about it, it's not
nuts.
real. If you don't think about it, it's not real.
But it's real though, because they're gonna die.
Just don't think about it.
Yes.
They're only part of your life. You're their whole life. Dude, I've heard that. I was like, what the fuzz?
Yeah. Cue up the sad puppy
Jesus
commercial where they need
Christ.
adopt.
Well, I mean, and again, like I'm not gonna say it was an honorable mention because it's probably, truth be told, my number one.
Oh.
But it wasn't gonna like necessarily win votes. But again, it's like when my kids get sick. Like anytime there's like
Yeah.
fevers, I instantly goes like, oh my god,
Because it's the unknown.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
When
what happened? What if this takes a turn for the worse? What's gonna happen?
Yeah, dude. Oh, could you imagine?
It's oh no.
Oh, that's terrible. I can't believe I said that. Take it back. That was me reversing it. Yeah, dude. But dying.
Yeah.
Death.
Death.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your third?
I'm doing this one because it's absolutely fucking hilarious to me, and I can't wait for you to type it out, dude.
Okay.
It's my favorite one I've found on here.
Favorite fear?
It is. Yeah.
You have a favorite fear? All right.
No,
Cool.
this is my favorite one I found on here.
Yeah.
It is hippopotomonstro sesquiped dalliophobia.
You can do that when you
And
go
it's
on 8
the
of these.
fear of long words. Believe it or not, it exists.
I crushed
That's
it.
exactly what it says.
Just spelled it
Fear
right.
of long words.
Hippopotamonstrocubidiliophobia.
Yep.
Nailed
Like
it.
it can't be a real thing. It just can't.
I could
There's no
translate
way you could look at a big word and be
Are there
like
really
that.
people that are scared. I mean,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
guess in the grand scheme of things, when you think about it, some people are scared of some pretty stupid shit.
Yeah.
But
That to
It was
me
number
is like,
26
got
on the
a
top
name,
100.
if it's got a name, then
No,
it's,
I mean now because I think you're getting into the territory of like there's technically like 73 genders or something now. It's like you're not scared of this. You're just a pussy. You know what I mean?
Word.
Sure.
But you know, like at some point
There's
you got
two genders. Travis hates one of them.
to draw a line. Is all I'm saying. Like there comes a time and a place where it's like at some point we need to be a hard line in the sand, and that should just be common knowledge. You're not scared of big words. You're scared because you can't pronounce them because you're stupid. Hippopotaphiomniomnia.
Buddy, but you could take public speaking.
What do you mean?
You believe in the fear of public speaking?
Yeah, it's a fear.
No, it's just you being a pussy. You talk every day.
I think both of those things.
so.
stem
You see
off
that
of
how it works
anxiety.
that way?
Okay.
Okay.
They just
All
give
right.
people anxiety. That's it.
Yeah.
So anxiety or fear, I don't know.
I mean, that's literally what a phobia is, and that's what we're talking about. Every single one of these is a phobia.
I mean, it's not that I'm not going to let you have it because, truth be told, I think I'm going to win this one. I'm excited.
Cool. You're not going to beat me. So suck it.
I am LeBron of the East, though. So
Why don't
Yeah.
you give us a recap here to close us out?
okay,
Yeah.
so to recap it, we have Fisher, BDF, taking snakes, number 1, Slithery. He took public speaking for his second, and to round out his third, clowns. They are not funny. Skur, you took drowning. I agree. Second was storms. Pussy. Third was the unknown. Could be space. Could be anything. Who knows?
Crushed it.
It's the unknown.
Could be the ocean.
Tight spaces. And then followed up with buried alive.
Uh-huh.
Could be the same. Who knows? Doesn't matter. And then 3 was hippopotamonstrophilia
Nailed it.
Fear of big words.
There it is.
So, and then mine was heights or falling, spiders, and death.
Square.
Dying.
Jeez.
But I
Love it.
mean, honestly, death should probably be number 1.
That's
for
why I said it was
everybody,
going to be number one.
right? Yeah, like it's just nuts.
If you think that's the end.
I mean,
It's weird, right, that we're gonna die. Like I don't want to go down a rabbit
I
hole.
think a lot of people just try not to think about it. That's just
Nah.
another one. Of
Well,
the
now I
things you
can't
just don't
not think about it because I picked
I've
it.
accepted death, dude. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
And that's honestly, we need to get you a T-shirt.
I say it all the
That's
time.
Yeah. Because I think about like, again, they were talking about it. Rogan had somebody on that was like pretty proficient in some fucking like doctoral aspect of the world, and they said like the way we're going right now, like our generation should probably live to be like 120.
That's dumb.
Like
Yeah,
all
that's
things
stupid,
considered,
dude.
Yeah.
I've seen 80-year-olds, and I'm like, could probably cut me off around 74
Oh,
if I
yeah.
live that long.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's weird, right? Because do you think it's going to be, because again, we're getting into like unknowns with all this stuff. Like, is 120, or is that going to look the same as it looks now? I don't think it will.
Well, I mean, look at, like back in the 90s when you see movies and you see like 40-year-olds or something.
Yeah.
And then look at
They
Tom,
look
and then
70.
Look at Tom Cruise right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compare him.
He's
You know
like
what I mean?
65, right? Or
So,
something
I mean, yeah,
crazy.
I do think like advancements with like medicine and stuff like that. Sure, I definitely think we're going to live longer.
Math.
120 is pretty fucking long.
Yeah,
that's a
and
long
that's why I'm
time.
just like,
I do think that like the life expectancy will go up, but Jesus, 120 is a lot.
yeah, I think at that
Like,
point,
how
you'll
long
just-
are we trying to live, dude? Like, what's the quality of life at 120?
Right. So Ray, a buddy I work with, who you
Yep.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
he's pretty animated. First, he was like, as soon as I get erectile dysfunction, I'm having a hunting accident. As soon as that thing stops working, I'm done.
Done.
And I mean, when you think about it, it's like,
If
I
yeah,
get it.
if
All
I
right.
can't fucking ejaculate when I want on command,
Okay.
like I'm fucking out, dude. Fuck
you
that.
have to take it to the next level all the time. Thanks,
But
Chuck.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, we're talking about it.
Anyway.
let's not beat around
yeah,
the bush.
just stuff like that.
Yeah,
Or do it.
or beat it. Yeah, nice. We did it.
Crushed it.
89.
89.
89.
Thanks
Are
for
you
having
afraid
me,
of the
fellas.
dark?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Loved it.
BDF.
Bye.